We're back for more action at TFT Summit. It is the future TFT Summit champs. Bryson Frode alongside Appies and Boise's joining us. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm great. What about you?
Not too bad. We're riding high. TFT is the greatest game ever, but if you asked me 24 hours ago, I didn't want to even have anything to do with TFT.
Agreed.
So. Really fun. You know, competing, coming from the other direction, right? A lot of people compete and then become commentators or analysts. Going the other direction is such an interesting order of operations because it completely changes your perspective as a caster as you're competing.
Yeah, I think it gives you a lot of empathy for the players we cast, right? There's a meaningful part of casting that's thinking, critically about what they're doing and sometimes criticizing what they're doing, right? It's kind of part of the job.
Yeah.
And so it's still part of the job. I still think we should do it, but it's really helpful to be on the other side, feel that pressure, make those mistakes yourself.
Yeah.
And then when you're casting, you can kind of bring that to life. You can talk about what the player did wrong or what you might have done differently in that spot, and you can talk about how hard it is and the different things that are going through their head and why they might have made the decision they did under the circumstances.
And you know what the best part of Summit is that since you guys are players now, we get to cast.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can call all the stuff you're doing. Yeah,
now.
Please have some empathy for us.
I know.
You guys, you missed this one. This person has this thing. It's like, yeah, because when you teleport onto a board, it's kind of hard to download everything happening in 5 seconds.
You know what the hardest part is when you're up there, right? Or in a tournament at all. You're praying that when you do something stupid, no one's watching.
Yeah.
Oh man, I had so many of those moments.
Yeah, no one saw that turn. No one saw that turn.
My game one, right? My group, I took a Leonov carousel and I had double cyber. I was like, this Leon's gonna pop off. Immediately, it fed it to my mech by accident.
Oh man. I mean, we had a couple of moments, even earlier today, right? Precedent's that was the most dizzy I've gotten in a competition in ever, and then we just happened to see it right on his board.
Yeah.
So funny how that works. But we know it's really fun to be able to compete, and I'm really excited to see the last group to see who's able to pop off, because I'm pretty sure we have one team that's firmly in the top 3. That's Iniko and Dish Soap. Is there any other teams that are also doing this as well?
I think Rain and I are up there too, but I don't think we're always as firmly in as.
How many points do you guys get today?
We've got 32 again. So
so you're great. So,
okay. So
basically,
then you two are
the
the
two teams that have separated from the pack, and then it's the rest of them fighting for that first spot.
There's one extra slot.
Uh-oh.
All right, we're joined by Zane.
No.
Is this a PSA? It's an announcement.
Oh. Yeah, FF it.
Okay.
I think we might have. I think we might have more breaking news. A last-minute substitution. Let's take it over to Zane.
Yeah. Hey guys. More news here, which is just that Kurum understandably does not feel great. So
You have to talk. We heard the first part, but
Kurum understandably does not feel great. So we are subbing him with Flightsy. When we were doing the whole player shuffle, we actually Flightsy was down to step in as a sub anyways, and then Sox was able to come again, so Flightsy was not able to play. So Flightsy is was here anyways to play, and so it works out pretty well.
and he's ready. We're literally pulling him out of solo queue game.
Yeah, we're
he had to FF his solo queue game.
Making him FF his game right now. So
congratulations to the 7 other players who also are hard-stuck.
Maybe Flightsy was top 2 already.
Yeah, if Flightsy comes in and smurfs the tournament, I am demanding a recount.
Anyways, that's what's going on.
Thanks, Zane.
Thanks, Zane. Appreciate you.
All right, well, we wish the best for Kurum. He's here with us in spirit. We have Kurumx masks. Actually, I don't know if I could fit this on my head and the headset.
Yeah, also I'm not trying to put it on my head,
Yeah, we want Kurum to feel better. And honestly, he's just such a great presence.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they always wonder what it's like to meet a TFT streamer IRL, right? Is Appies as nice as he is? Is Soju as cocky and arrogant as he is? And all these different that personality traits.
Yes.
Kurum is just as personable, friendly, and just generally a very enthusiastic, passionate guy.
And wholesome. And man, does he love TFT. Every time we get together, there's always the group of people that are in the, let's not talk about TFT. All we do is TFT. Let's do other things, talk about other things. And Kurum is the, first pick overall captain of the other side of that equation. He's just I love TFT. Everyone's here. We can talk about TFT all day long. It's the best. Let's play and let's talk. And so it's just sad, man.
It's that one little step in the corner, and it's just Souless playing and Kurum camped over his shoulder the entire time.
Yeah.
It's true. And he talks about everything, right? Not just about the game, but also like the scene and like streaming and the community and what it's like to interact with his fans. So, anyways, Kurum, it's all to say we miss you over here. Hope you feel better soon.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we can talk a little bit about Flightsy as well. Flightsy is a kind of like a local community member. He always shows up to all the hangouts. You might have seen him in all those like group photos. But he's also a player that's hit Challenger multiple times, kind of like one of the gatekeepers of Disneyland, so to speak. Like he's always like 700 GM LP, like about to hit Challenger, always denying those players.
He's also
Pretty capable of popping off.
He's also a consummate Twitch chatter. So
Yes.
he's representing all of the chatters out there. Flightsy is your primary rooting interest at this point. He is one of us for sure.
Yeah.
And I think he's been the person I've seen playing the most TFT here.
Yes.
Like out of anyone. Every time I go, in the area with all the setups, he's always on the grind. So
Really fun guy
I think
too.
really well.
Very friendly and also streams. So definitely, if you're interested in hearing more, like we'll probably hear him talk about some of his post game. Another thing I want to bring up, by the way, so people who might not know much about Boise, is this the first time you're on the couch?
That is correct.
Okay, so why don't you talk a little bit about what you do for TFT?
Well, it's a lot of tournaments, basically. Managing, organizing, adminning, just creating more events for the competitive scene, giving more chances to players that don't get the chance to compete into the Riot tournaments. And I've been doing this since Set 2, and right now my goal is to make sure that every player gets to have a taste of the competition in TFT at every single level, not just, Masters Plus.
And you have different tiers, right? You've got the kind of lower tier league for the starting to get into it, then you've got the higher tier league where it's kind of high Masters, GM, maybe even some Challenger players in the mix there, all regions, like a lot of people competing, right?
Yeah, the majority are from EU, but in the all Challenger League, I had someone from OCE, NA, EU. It was very awesome to see in the last two sets. I already have some plans for set 8, of course.
Sure.
What's the name? Shout it out. If someone out there is like, oh, I fit that profile.
Yeah, like I'm a diamond player. I want to start
compete,
competing. Yeah.
Right. What's the name? What can they Google to find you?
Just probably Voices on Twitter is the simplest. That's
But what's the name of the events or the tournaments?
Events. So the two leagues are the Vanguard League and the Elite League.
Okay.
The Vanguard is the all challengers one where you have to qualify for it. And the Elite League is the one where all the GMs, Masters, Diamonds tries to get a chance to play versus those challengers.
I played in that
right?
circuit. Yeah. So Keith, the notorious SEA player, Shining Star, the Italian player, and myself just were like, we had the time of our lives in the lower league, just like having fun every day. It was awesome. Super fun experience. Definitely recommend joining one of Boise's leagues if you have any interest in competitive TFT or in tournaments. Super worth it, and it's like kind of the stepping stone, right? You'll get better in the environment, and yeah.
And tourneys are just different. I've been saying it the whole time, and I feel like we're starting to get there, but it's just it is a different experience. So fun. Hi, Stella. Hi.
Hello. Yeah, like ladder is great and all, but you don't have people who come in with like the same goals consistently. Like sometimes people are just testing out things. Sometimes people are under the influence and hanging out with their like 3 of their friends and playing. So the fact that everyone is there in a competitive environment, you just get a different taste of what high level TFT is like. And sometimes you run into Appies who's gonna farm you.
Or get farmed, depending on
Or get farmed, that's true.
Something tells me Appies is experimenting a little bit in these situations.
Yeah. So for people who are just kind of tuning in and kind of wondering, we're not just here hosting like a random podcast in the Beyond the Summit studios. We're waiting for Group F games to get started. And as we mentioned, Kurum is not here because he's not feeling well, because we have a sub Flightsy instead. So we're waiting for them to all get settled due to this last second change. But it's really cool. Another thing I want to talk about is that Appies is now a sponsored TFT competitor.
Funny you mention it, because Boise's kind of my boss. Like,
That's
boss-ish
right.
figure
Boise's just signed Spicy Appies.
Yeah.
So yes, you guessed it right. This is one hashtag ad. It's not really, but how did that even happen? So like, let's say Boise, let's say another player's like, hey, I'm also hot stuff in TFT. I want to get sponsored. How did they get someone like your attention so they can become a signed player?
Well, there are different things. Of course, the first is what are their experience on ladder, because even though it's not all that counts, I believe it still shows how you approach the game. Second is tournament experience, not necessarily Riot, but also mine or Aegis or any other grassroots events. There are so many different things. I had a whole different process to select the
Gotcha.
players.
Okay, so basically get good and then talk to Boise. Speaking of getting good, we have the game starting as we have Bebe already in good spirits, laughing at whatever Milk said.
Can I just say that Bebe has been maybe my favorite player to me in the events. Right? He's been such a pleasure at every single corner. He was backseating me in a game this morning, and you know he's like, the decisions he was making and stuff were really cool, but the way he was presenting it and stuff, just super friendly guy. Like absolutely great personality.
He's kind of a gem. He's also like incapable of flaming any of the players that he's watching. It's really interesting. He's such a change of pace relative to North American players.
Yeah, I think NA likes to talk a lot of crap, but
he's the opposite. He thinks everyone's amazing at everything. Every talent was the best talent. Every game is the best. Anyone who makes mistakes, they're doing their best and they're going to do better next time. He's just such a wholesome dude. He's like the nicest guy. And he mentioned on cast, like, you know, he tried to give us some tech. The tech wasn't really tech. It was like things that we already knew, but it was, he knew that we had struggled yesterday. He was like, I want you guys to do well. Like, here is the, this is the secret. This is the down low.
And
like,
we didn't play any of it.
Go pop it off. I mean, I did build an Ox Force back.
Yeah, so the advice was Ox Force is really good. And we're like,
agree.
See, stop, take notes. That's a low-key flame.
what is he going to tell us next? 2-star units are better than 1-star units.
But it was so nice. It was like he really was just coming from a place of I want to help these guys out. I want them to do better today. I know they struggled yesterday. He's just the nicest guy.
No, he's actually a low-key flamer, but like he doesn't even realize it. That's like the most insidious part of it all.
Okay, not so nice though. What do you think of Kale 2? I have an opinion on this unit, and like,
is this a unit? Are we sure?
I think she's like half a unit.
The joke I used to make is that this something that's really bad is a unit in the game team fight tactics, but honestly, at this point, I'm not even sure we can say Kale is a unit in the game team fight tactics.
I agree. I think Kale, I was saying this before, but I think Kale is the worst one cost to play around in terms of having a carry that I can ever remember. Like, there's probably weaker one cost you can bring up, but like in terms of my memory, I can't even think of a worse one cost.
That's a good one. Chat, spam who you think, you know, set number and what unit it is. We'll look.
I don't know. I just legitimately think that like Kale with 3 items and Kale with 0 items is no diff.
Make sure to take note of whoever says Udyr so that Ramkev has the list.
Oh, that's true. Okay, Udyr actually I can contest that.
So, you know, interesting enough, so he pre-leveled on
he did
1-4, which something you didn't see a lot in set 7, but it has, you know, come, I think, back into prominence as tempo has become part of the game again more so with dragons and
hold on.
Set 7 stuff gone.
We're having a certified chatting moment. People said Ziggs. Ziggs?
No way!
There's
What?
no way.
Okay, number one, how dare you? Number two, that's just wrong.
So here's the thing, right? When Ziggs has a 50% chance to be a unit, he either hits or he doesn't.
Yes.
Kale has a 0% chance to be a unit.
Yes,
she never
exactly.
hits.
Yeah. That's math.
Yeah.
That's math.
She
even Keon
almost
can
killed
do.
his puppy? All right.
Oh.
All right, we got one.
There it is.
Wait, I should make it 2.
Oh my god. So Bebe was telling me
and the
that
thrill procs?
Yeah, he loves Thrill. Like, Thrill is obviously really good, right? But Bebe is convinced that Thrill is just absolutely insane in like, every spot. And, you know, I'm pretty tempted to agree with him here, because it looks really good there.
Okay, so that being said, I know we're like kind of talking about how terrible Kale is, but he is playing around the 2-star that he hit, so this is actually correct. I know a lot of people might. That's not to say that he's playing his spot poorly whatsoever. It's very understandable.
Yeah, we promise he's going to swap out for this as soon as he possibly can, but it is definitely his best play right now.
100%.
If he could magically move the last Whisper from the Kale to the Vayne, he would for sure do that, though.
So which Souless is the real Souless? There's Souless, and then there's TSM Souless. Which one is Flight C?
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Oh.
Well,
I guess we'll find out the first time we go look at one of their POVs. I'm down to swap. Production, can we swap to either Souless?
Wait.
A wild card.
No.
Whichever one's underground is him, right?
We need to figure out one thing. Is Bebe going to level the 5 at 2-3, and then we can swap because he just won. And now Bebe is a player that loves to lean into momentum. So the question is, does Bebe level here at 2-3? Any thoughts? What do you think?
I think he doesn't. I have a reason, but I'll talk about it after.
You think he doesn't?
I think he doesn't.
I think he doesn't either.
Oh, I mean, I think he does. I think he does.
Me too. I think he does anyway.
Okay, so my reason, right? Earlier today, when he was backseating me, it was like 3-2, and he was like, haha, Bebe with level 7 here. And
Wait, he said that to you?
He did it. He said that to me. I did it. He was like, he said I wouldn't have done that.
Third person you and goes, what would Bebe do?
Yeah,
He
referred to himself in the third person.
I love
There's
this
no
man
way.
even more.
Do it.
So I do it. I do it, right? I lose immediately.
He's looking at it.
Do it. 8 gold. Do it.
He's going to.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about.
Is
That's my
always-
baby.
Okay. So Appies, you were wrong. You're an idiot, but you can still explain why you thought you were right.
Oh. Okay, because, you know, in that spot, Bebe was like, ha, Bebe level here. I did. I lost immediately. He said I wouldn't have done that.
Oh, okay.
So I just, you know, he's a little restrained, you know? He's
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think he
but
thinks-
you guys just do not understand the Bebe.
We're not Bebe.
Hush,
yeah.
plebeian.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
We
honestly,
missed it.
the Bebe is doing it in a good spot. And it was a
Yeah.
good spot.
I
so
like
this
this
was a good spot.
proper
Not my spot.
noun. It's the Bebe.
The Bebe.
Yeah.
El Bebe.
Can you smell what the Bebe is cooking?
Okay, now my goal is to get him to refer to himself in the third person on
As the
broadcast at some
Bebe.
point. At some point.
Oh God.
But all right, we've confirmed, by the
not
way,
do
we're on TSM Souless' POV, and we can confirm this is the real Souless. So,
Okay, so TSM
Souless is Souless, and Souless is Flightsy. Wait. Okay, I see.
I'd say
Yeah.
like 90% of the time, the easy way to do this test is just seeing who has underground on stage 2.
Yeah, he doesn't. But Souless is, I think when I was watching his play and talking a little bit, he really loves the Renegade line a lot. Everyone knows Oxforce, a very strong trait is the polite way to say it.
We love Oxforce.
And I think that it also offers you a lot of flexibility. People think that it's like only Viego, but the reality is you can actually play so many different carries along that time.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to like maneuver around it until you get to that Viego if you want to. And then if you get an Oxforce spat, it's just so good on so many different units, right? Because you have easy access to the synergy when like Annie and Alistair,
Right,
who
right.
will always be good.
That's right. So he ends up taking a scaling attack damage admin trait. So kind of a little bit unusual. You don't really need it necessarily for the LeBlanc, but it does give you the opportunity to lean into Zed. And as we know, Souless and many other players love Zed.
It's also just better right now because it's on the whole team, right? The other ones were the admin-specific ones.
That's true.
It's so much harder to get some of the generic ones now because they took out the on
kill.
Yeah, the on kill stuff, which was all generic, and so it feels like oftentimes you get a full suite of admin options that are just admin specific, which I'm not saying that's never good. Like if you're playing around Camille early, it can be pretty good, but honestly, most of the admin specific ones feel really bad unless you're like playing admin as the line.
What do you think about Sunfire Cape? I know some players have said that they really hate that item to be slammed now because it uses up a belt and they don't feel like it's that impactful.
I think it's pretty impactful early still. I'm down to slam it in stage 2. That's basically it though.
I think there's some really good spots. Electrocharge is, I've been seeing you super well recently, and if you have Sunfire Electrocharge, you just don't lose a fight.
That's
right,
true.
on stage
You
2.
so much early game damage.
Yeah. It, you know, surprisingly, right, it's really good on mech, which you wouldn't think so because, oh, sorry. Are you, oh, I thought
No, I'm stretching.
Okay,
Also, I
okay.
had a question.
I thought
by
you were
the way.
excited. I was like, oh my god.
No, I actually had a follow-up question, but finish your great
Bebe
point.
just leveled to 6, by the way.
Bebe's at 6 with Underground, with all 1-star board and 2-star kill. Actually, he has a 2-star Galio.
So, yeah, you think you want like a lot of stats on mecha, right? Like Sunfire would be a bad item, but it actually like Set stays around for so long, stays around for so long that Sunfire is actually super good on mech, which is maybe like the premier late game front line right now.
Yeah, it's interesting because a lot of people early on, I put Sunfire on a mech in an in-house, and then afterwards a bunch of people, or like people flame me for it. And then like a week later, everyone was saying, oh, this Sunfire mech thing, this makes a lot of sense. It lives to the end, it burns everything, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
Yeah.
All right, two things real quick. First of all, Bebe leveled to 6 and got 5 votes. He didn't kill a single unit.
Kill a single unit. Yeah.
what?
Unfortunate. He was at 96 and now he's at 86.
Oh my god.
Or 98 rather. The second thing is so my spot when I played threats Appies, I had Electrocharge or Makeshift Armor and I was playing all threats, and that was a really tough spot specifically, and I was kind of wondering if you thought Electrocharge or Makeshift Armor.
Yeah, I feel like
you talk about Electrocharge so highly there.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think it is a little lobby dependent, right? There's a lot of melee in the lobby. maybe like Zeds Viegos and Electric Charge maybe is a little bit better. But I'd say, you know, depending on your front lines and stuff, Electric Charge will give you a lot of value just because, you know, Rammus and Cho have so much base stat already that it's hard to...
Okay, so I thought that's what I was thinking. So I said it's just really interesting because I think a lot of these augments are so close in terms of like what you can choose in different situations.
No, for sure. And that's the beauty of the set. Again, like, I keep talking about it, but like this set is so flex and there's so many cool little synergies that aren't just like, hey, play 2 mascot, play 2 whatever.
Right.
That, you know, the more like familiar you get with the set, the more it just opens up.
I mean, look at even the way Sox is playing his board, right? It's not exactly the kind of board you're looking for, that 5 streaks, but he's just playing good 2-star units around strong things like mascots, and like he just has his gameplay with these gloves. Slandering Redemption. This is Sox in his element. This is what he first became known as and started winning all these tournaments.
What's so fun about it, about having Sox and Bebe in the same lobby, is that in many ways they're really similar players. The only core difference is that Bebe believes in pushing level tempo a lot harder than Sox does. So he's over-leveled a lot more often than Sox, but they're both very fluid builders of boards. They both try to play around all of the units in the game, and they both try to slam everything basically throughout the game. Yeah. So it's cool seeing the 2 different styles that are kind of very much in the same family of TFT going head-to-head in this lobby.
It's true. I kind of view TFT players as kind of like an alignment chart.
Yep.
You know, like you can take
We've talked about this a lot.
Whatever favorite anime you have, right? Like, you know, Naruto or Hunter x Hunter, like whatever it is. Like, and it's basically like people have an affinity to a specific type of play style. And it's really interesting how similar some people are, but slightly different.
Okay, some pretty cool options here. I mean, Zoomies, as fun as it is kind of hard taking a spot like this, right?
Okay. Am I the only person that likes Smash? I think this augment's great. Like, I don't think it's top S tier, but I think it's like a solid A+ tier.
Yeah, with how many boards you can put Alistar on, it just turns into like a second Sejuani, right?
Yeah.
It is good.
I think it's solid.
It doesn't quite turn to a second Sejuani. I pick this augment a lot. I play Alistar on every board. I always buy Alistar. I think it's a really good unit. The problem with Alistar is, in order to get value out of it, because there's only 1 hex, right? So instead of hitting 1 unit directly in front of you, you basically need to get him surrounded to get a bunch of value. Not always an easy thing to do to get him surrounded to get that value and have that continue throughout the fight. And a lot of the mana gain thing is about being able to cast multiple times. So it's a very challenging positioning puzzle of how do you get him to hit 2 or 3 units consistently, but also live in the fight.
You don't play a lot of Hacker Alistar?
Oh, I'm not a knower. Is that good? That sounds fun.
I don't think so.
I now really want to try it.
Yeah, no.
Are you memeing appies, or is that?
I mean, but it does sound kind of good now, and I want to,
So you're saying send Alistar into the Trojan horse. You put the cow on the horse.
Okay, I'll be honest. That's
the
how
cow on the
that's
horse.
how I get to half
you just
the boards
move
I get
their
to.
back line.
Yeah, seriously. Like, that's how you get to half the fun boards in the game. You're just like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. And then it works. Or it doesn't, and Alistar ults like 1 thing and you die.
I see.
But, you know.
I feel like you just perfectly summarized your entire philosophy of TFT, which is that you just screw around, have fun, and then at some point along the way, as long as you're paying attention, you'll figure out, oh, that actually is tech. Most of the time, certified not tech. But you do discover a lot of really interesting things if you're willing to play around all the different units, play all the different units, and that's why I think you're such a fun player to watch, because you're willing to kind of go down that journey that a lot of other people aren't, and you will find a lot of things that are actually quite good that everyone else says is bad.
I am trying to do it less in the middle of a tournament.
Yes, that's good. I agree. I've been fighting you on that for like a year and a half now. Just like, what if you just had a little restraint in tournament?
The philosophy is if you're having the most fun in the room, you're winning. But then the fact matter is you're not always winning because sometimes you're just losing.
Yeah.
Turns out.
Sometimes if you're not winning, you're just losing. Really insightful.
The problem is that, like, you every once in a while you do have that moment in tournament, like your Kim Tech Nar game is one of my favorite tournament games I've ever casted. It was so fun. Yeah. But having that have worked in those moments is in the back of your head when you're like, no, this will work, trust, I'm confident in this, and then it's like, maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, my boss is next to me. I probably can't say I'm going to troll in tournament.
Some people are just straight up like saying like, okay, it's Summit, we're here for fun, like, and it's also set launch. Who knows if this is good or not? And they rip it. Dishub said that and got a first in our lobby. He was just like, should I take this? I don't even know if it's that good. He's like, screw it, it's a fun tournament.
And
then he goes first.
That was the last stand game.
That was the last stand game where he didn't know what to do, and he was just like, So it's really interesting because like everyone references someone like Dishub for all the answers, right? Whenever I have a question, he's one of the top 3 people I always ask, like, is it better to do X or Y? And a lot of times he doesn't even know, and he's just kind of improvising, and then he's just crushing.
He's like Appies, but he does have restraint. He only
Yeah.
Okay, so he
tries
just said
something-
he's Appies, but better.
No. You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
He's less creative in terms of playing around different units. They both play quite wide. I think that they're both very kind of deep, thoughtful, intuitive players, and they do things like, for example, was it the last game where Dish Soap was double Locket Electrocharge 5? He had Prismatic and Gold Electrocharge,
it was kinda
which makes so much sense when you think about it, and it's the type of thing that very few players in the tournament are capable of doing. But if you showed me like a screenshot that took away the names, my first guesses would be Appies and they would be Dish Soap for that spot.
Yeah, he's such a good player.
He's really good.
He feels like the 8-ball, like Magic 8-ball of TFT, where if you ask him, he knows the answer.
Yeah.
Like, he's got an answer for you for everything.
It's cool
Also,
that we have multiple oracles, Ramblin' and Dish Soap for all
Yeah,
those questions.
I'm so sad Ramblin's not here. He would have been so
me
good.
too. Can we appreciate this, the Souless client? He just has a Viego on 6.
Yeah, so like we talked about how Souless likes to play around Renegade. We saw him have like an unfortunate fight previously against like DQA. I think his Viego barely didn't kill his Senna. But you can see why he likes Viego so much. Such a reliable carry. You're talking about 4 costs that can be really effective at 1-star. There's a handful of them. Misfortune's one of them, but people really sleep on Viego.
Yeah, he just kind of pops off randomly.
Dallas also had it, by the way.
Oh.
So they both have Setsuko shopping turned on in a lobby with Setsuko.
Bebe streaking, by the way. Him and Milk are 2-3. Let's check out Milk Guy's POV. We saw Bebe with the Underground. Let's see Milk as well.
What do you think Milk said when Bebe lost at the end of stage 2?
Oh, Milk has future
Nothing.
sight. Wait, so he's forced to talk to Bebe. He said that a core strategy going into day 2 is he's not going to talk to Bebe. Oh, he's going to go up
he's
against
preserving
Bebe.
win streak for Bebe.
And he needs to preserve it.
The teamwork!
No, hold on. He needs to lose. He needs to guarantee lose.
He is. He's got a Zoe 2 on the bench.
You know, I think there's a 50-50
This
chance
is Zoe
that
2 with Blue Buff and Morello on the bench.
We'll see.
He's
We'll
for sure
see.
losing.
Bebe's still playing Kale 2.
Yeah, how is Bebe still carrying this KO? These items have to go on Bebe.
Wait, Bebe
knows we don't.
streak? Okay, no.
Oh.
No one's actually getting to this
It's
KO.
gonna be close.
Hold on a second. KO.
Surely.
Kale, you have 25 seconds to attack.
Oh,
you got
no.
this.
It's fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
thrill.
yeah.
Thrill.
Was that an arrow?
Nice. Well executed
From last set just flies by.
by Team Milk and Bebe. What's their team name again?
They're Team Noob Trickers.
Noob
Ah,
Trickers.
yes.
Definitely a top 3 name
Well
in the tournament.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look
what
at
are
the
the best
synergy.
names of the tournament so far?
I love Kurumx Souless' name, Master Chef.
Oh, that's really good.
That's such a good
Oh,
name.
what's Amigos? Something that's squeaking.
Squink in the sink.
I
That's
like
really,
that one a
really
lot
good.
too.
I think that's actually just the top 3.
Yeah, that might
Yeah.
be the top 3.
You have Ryan passing in front. He's so
the,
cute.
The insane thing about Bebe is he's also still playing Underground, right? So he's still even getting like more and more resource accumulation for these heists. He's gonna be a really powerful position.
Milk and Bebe are in such good spots. Milk has 71 HP with his front line and back line relatively solid.
An Underground emblem. Was that a tome off of Wolves?
Wow, Mortog.
If someone add more.
Hold on.
That's not allowed.
5 Underground.
What would Bebe do? Bebe would get a gold augment for free on Wolves while playing Win Streak Underground.
Bebe would hit tome off of Wolves here. Oh my god.
With
It actually came
carry, by the way.
true.
Carry, by the way.
That is the Bebe.
Yeah, it's actually so good for Bebe that he played Milk at the end of last stage because it guarantees the streak, right?
Yeah. Wait,
With
can someone
feature type?
explain to me why we still have these items on Kale? There is just no way that these items don't move to Vein 2 in this spot.
You know, so here that's what I always thought too, right, Bryce? And then the
Don't
other day
question the Bebe.
I was watching DQA, and some guy in the lobby was beating him, and this guy, he's playing 9
Hold on.
duelists, right? The Vein 2, like a Z1 stuff, all his items on a Kale 2. With 9 duelists, that one more than 8.
Well, you know what, guys? This Kale's actually popping off.
Yeah, she is.
And if there's one person that can really shut us all up and make us look like noobs, essentially,
Yeah.
Bebe's making it work. This
I'm
Kale
being
2's
tricked.
popping off.
But
I'm
doesn't
actually
Vein 2 just do straight up more damage with these items?
wait.
I mean...
Oh, he doesn't know.
Wait, no, it worked. Sometimes Salvage Bin doesn't give you an item. Sometimes.
Oh, wait, what?
But,
Really?
my understanding is that the bug also includes like sometimes your items disappear when you sell from your board. So he like might lose items at some point in this game.
Oh,
I also did not know.
It's okay. You know what? It would be too easy if he just won without actually.
He what he said was,
this is balancing.
Mortdog gave me a gold augment on wolves, and I want to make this fair and competitive. So I'm gonna go down a gold augment myself on 4-2. It's all even.
Or he's never selling this Kale, and he's just gonna ride Kale 2 to a win. I told this story actually on day 1. So I had to go do some stuff for the posters at the media day. So I asked Sox to take over my game. He banned all 2-star legendary board, and it was 1v1 versus a KO2 player, and he lost 3 times in a row. And on my account, he went second.
Wow.
You know,
Sox is a noob.
The issue with saying that a unit sucks is that you immediately just see the unit pop off, and you feel stupid. Like, I don't know if I'm actually like a noob being tricked right now, or if this unit's actually
He
like
just got
playable.
rolled. He played a real board.
Okay,
I
okay.
don't know what's happening in all those previous fights, but he just played a real board, and the Kale did nothing.
Let's watch what heist he's at. What heist is he at?
Oh, this is the exact heist I got offered.
Heist 2? Continue the heist. Continue the
no.
heist.
Bryce is just like me for real.
This is. I literally got this exact heist offered. I didn't even know this was a 2 heist available. It's so good.
28 gold or whatever.
Yeah, it's a really, really good heist at 2.
Do you think Bebe ever just goes to the content here and just like sends it to 7 heist?
Honestly, the fact that he is on 5 underground, you could easily send
there
it with that
one.
much HP.
Yeah.
You have guaranteed good losses with milk too, right?
True. Hopping on board with Setsuko, playing the 6 duelist board that he helped kind of illuminate. It's actually a build that Setsuko was talking a lot about, theory crafting wise, and then he actually got to pull off in tournament, and now here he is, back again, picking up exactly where he left off.
You know, I'm always happy to see Setsuko's board because every single time he has a TG and every single time he has perfect items. Which I think is, you know, he really values Mana Thieves as a great augment. And then he always makes super good use of them, but it's crazy how much he has good items on TG.
Yeah, at first time?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are not familiar with Setsuko gloves. Wait till you see Setsuko and shopping.
No, did you see the end of the day yesterday? End of our games yesterday. Setsuko rolled like, it was like Zeke's, and then on like the thing next to his Vayne 3, and then he rolled like IEBT on like another carry.
Yeah, and then the next round he got Titans Edge of Night on Zed.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
He had like BIS-Z items like 4 fights in a row.
Yeah.
He just doesn't
I
miss.
actually did a double take. I checked for lucky gloves, and nope, just Setsuko
Yeah,
gloves.
it's just Setsuko gloves. Yeah. All right, let's see what he's able to get done here. I wonder how much he's going to roll because his board is stable, but it's also he also really wants some upgrades here, like Kaisa 2, for example.
Does he slam GS here, you think?
I think so.
Yeah.
What else would you slam?
Yeah, he's already got the sword
Yeah, like,
on it,
there's
right?
nothing-
I think Last Whisper
Yeah.
is probably better, but obviously that's not a realistic goal here.
Is it?
So.
So I believe this is Edge of or Into the Night for Vayne. So the only other argument you could say is if he wants to play Edge of Night onto the Vayne,
Sure.
but I think it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that Fjord just turns into a Zed, right? Ideally. Or I don't think the Kale does, and then like he finds a way to get another Fjord, but he definitely wants like GA Zed at some point here. The vertical duels have been so good this weekend.
Yeah, this is, I think, the surprise of the tournament. This is the board that was the least talked about coming in as part of the kind of AS tier.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's just Neela. And Neela, like,
Yeah.
it's a couple things, but like Neela is so strong. It's just like keeping a board alive for no good reason.
Yeah, that unit's really, really good.
Yeah.
It's interesting you say that because I feel like there's been moments where Neela is really disappointing to me, and I have like Warmog, Stoneplate, Ramble, or Redemption, something like that. And I feel like she gets blown up too much. Do you know why that ends up happening?
Yeah, what it is you don't really want to put items on her, in my opinion. You put items on the things next to her. And so she just heals everything around her for so much that it's an insane amount of value.
Oh, I'm doing it wrong then.
Or it's like, you know, in 6 duelists, if you just don't have any front line, but you have, you know, if you have like a Fiora 2 and a, you know, Ox guy, what's his name? Alistair 2. Oh my
Holy
God.
moly, what is this APM?
Yeah, this is like the opposite of when we were watching P-God get super dizzy earlier. Baby just so cleanly transitioned this
What
board.
is this? You got Underground back in.
Yeah, he's
so
literally.
good.
I was just gonna say
How
that,
did he do that?
This man managed to find a way to keep Underground on this board. He's gonna keep playing Ezreal and he's gonna play Samira.
But did he didn't take a cash out yet, right? Or
He did.
He
He
just
did.
did. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, and then he actually loses to this. Is that a
I mean,
Soraka-
this is
Soraka
a
2?
very
Yeah.
strong board from
Yeah.
Milk. He has Soraka 2 at 7 with 2 blue buffs.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they knew they were playing against each other. Oh, the tiers we can get the extra Doses Machina and we get one more kill.
Oh, close. I mean, you're probably looking for like redemption or something anyways off of creeps, right? So I think tier It's totally okay to just.
By the way, do Dan? He already knows the unit. The names of their ultis? I'm like, that's like a thing I study for regionals. He's just casually pulled out, what was it, Dallasyes Machina or something? What the heck?
I mean, you know who knows even more than I do? Bebe, because he actually had to translate Korean to English, so he learned all the ability names, so he just kept referencing it during the cast. I was like, damn, man.
Yeah, where I come from, we call it big laser thingy.
Yeah, exactly.
Big laser
Yeah.
thingy.
I mean, I think they're equally descriptive.
Why is he benching? Oh, so he sold Samira, so he's not actually going to play around that anymore.
Yeah, because he has Zed. He wants to play around Zed instead.
Okay, this is interesting.
I mean,
Yeah,
he has many options here. It depends on like what he's thinking about.
Looks like he really wants the redemption.
Yeah,
right?
he wants the
Makes the tier 7 really
redemption.
good. You
Yeah.
can just go GS or Rage Blade if you want.
I thought he might think about blue buff there, honestly,
Wait
just
a
because he has
second.
the BT already.
He has 5 Belveths.
Okay.
Dude, he's so fast.
Wait, he sold a Zed, so he would have had Zed 2 by now.
He doesn't want to play Zed.
Slightly, if he meant to go for Zed 2, he actually ended up overrolling a little bit.
Okay. Do you think he sells Belveth for Zed here? Or does he wait until he has...
I mean, I want to, yeah.
If you're going to do that, I feel like you would go... Wouldn't you go Edge?
Yeah.
Like, he had the option to take Edge.
I think Redemption is just too good in general. I think Redemption was the better item because this Leona can 1v10, and then you just play around this Belveth till 9 maybe, and you're okay. It's definitely an interesting line. I don't think like with TFT, there's no necessarily wrong decision unless you just like sell your board at 2-1.
Yeah. I'm definitely not trying to second guess this Bebe guy. He is way better at TFT than me, and definitely way better at set 8 than me.
So he's playing a
Me too.
line that China plays a lot, which is essentially to have a strong front line and to play multiple threats. And this is a really high tempo composition that can easily cap out really high into legendaries, because what makes it really interesting is that you can end on threats.
Still rolling.
But you can also replace them with legendaries if you hit the legendaries as well.
He did not sell Aesol to make gold there. He's going for all of it. He's going for Belveth 3, he's going for Set 3, and he's going for Aesol 3.
I think he's trying to feel the spot and see exactly what it is that he wants, right? Like, I feel like he's already in a pretty insane spot, and he can kind of see what units he wants to look for 3-starred and what exactly he wants to do. Because I don't think, like, from this spot, like, you're always rolling for stuff, right? You're not going 9. You obviously want to get to 50 and start saving money to actually get there, but...
Ooh, the headphones go on, and now he will try. I mean, it's actually really impressive what they're able to put together here. This Leona is really strong. Looks like Viego got the Edge of Night triggered. Belveth is still not being tagged right now. This second cast from Leona is really devastating, but the Belveth is also getting targeted by the Leona as well. That's a big source of his DPS.
You know, actually, I heard...
Aesol's still alive.
That's
Aesol
true.
cast?
Oh, this Viego, though.
This Viego, though. But the thing is, he has Declaw,
Yeah, I don't
BT,
think
no
this Leona
anti-heal,
dies.
so this doesn't matter. This Leona just wins in overtime, right?
I think so. I mean,
Unless?
sometimes it's just too much damage.
Oh, wow.
God.
Oh,
my God.
And he did the same reaction as us, by the way. Like,
He didn't appreciate it.
reaction.
You know, I actually overheard some Bebe tech about Leona earlier.
Oh,
he was
please, spill the tea.
Yeah, so Souless was sitting down, and he was like 2 HP on a mech board, right? And he hits Leona, and Bebe's like, oh, you should sell your set 2 for this. Like, you should remove items. And Souless like, no, I need the front line, right? Souless immediately loses because he didn't have the Leona mech. Like, immediately. Because he ran into like another mech player, and then they're actually running Leona, and Leona just killed his set and outright, and he
So
lost.
he just thinks that Leona 1 is always better than Set 2.
I don't know about always, but he really values Leona 1.
What is his frontline Aesol trying to do? Oh, he's going up against Milk Guy. And he's trying not to...
Oh, I think he's trying to get mana
Win?
generation on the Aesol by putting it in front of the Zoe.
I mean, he knew he was playing against Milk, though.
Yeah, well, Aesol only needs to cast a couple times, right?
guess
I
so.
disagree.
Heal
It's
early in
got
the fight.
Archangel. I would not want the
Maybe
early
he felt
tag
like he
on
was
it.
stronger than Milk, so he's trying not to...
Yeah, trying to like do the cast. He's trying to like
Maybe,
get killed. But is he gonna lose this fight?
I don't know if he's losing.
No, he wins, he
Looks
wins.
like he killed a damage source, and now it's just up to Soraka.
I mean, this Leona looks really hard to kill. But it did last fight, too, when Viego got it.
Yeah,
Hey,
there's
is
a lot
this
more
a
damage.
perfect
There's a lot
loss?
more damage left over. Yeah, these guys are too good.
What the
my
heck?
God.
It's a perfect loss.
They're too good at TFT.
Oh,
Holy.
By the way, we've talked about all the Dedge players. Dallas out in 8th. Flightsy out in 7th. Oh, no, that's
no, it's actually Souless. Souless outplaced
You're right.
by Flightsy.
Souless out in 7th and DQA out in 6th. Setsuko fighting for his life here on the 5th bubble.
It feels like Setsuko didn't really get like the insane amount of duelist emblems. I feel like going vertical duelist without having those +1s is such a big deal.
We've seen it do really well with +2. We've not seen it do really well with +1, which is a good note.
I mean, +1 it can do well. You
Yeah.
just don't go 6 duelists. You just go 4, and you have a lot more space, I think.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
Redemption Zed, the known tech.
Yeah, I think without
Okay.
That's a
Actually,
bold
But
call,
then
Cotton.
you gotta play GP1 and
Kale
Kale1.
Can we just bring some attention to these Yasuo items? Just saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just saying. I mean,
again,
don't see anything weird about
are
that.
you new? Hello?
I don't see anything weird about that. Into the Night Zed. No hacker, though.
yeah, I think like if you don't have 2 spats, it can be really awkward to try to get an 8 dual strike. You're stuck on that Kale, and like you're playing a GP as well, and it gets a little hard.
Right.
Which is why people are going to catch on to, like, 4 duelists with good front line is going to be really, really strong with 1 spat.
We have seen already a couple of games with Zed 6 or 8 duelists, and if I recall, they're all top 4 actually.
I think that all the 8 duelist games we've seen so far are top 1, actually. So,
Yeah.
so Setsuko out here tanking the stats.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Viego is so fun to watch. It's just like Darius from Set 3 vibes, right? Or Set 4, rather.
Yep.
Oh, in Set 3 as well,
Man,
right?
I
There
love,
was-
I
Space
love
Jam.
that unit.
Yeah.
Nothing quite like kicking back, watching a gun maze stream with him having, just spamming Space Jam comp, spamming
That's
Space
right.
Jam music.
He played the Space Jam
Too
soundtrack.
fun, yeah.
I think my favorite TFT moment ever was I was doing a drinking stream, and I was playing Space Jam. I was playing like the Space Jam equivalent in Set 4, and I was just freaking out as my Darius killed the entire board. It was
So fun.
Yeah, that's a
Reset
trip.
units in TFT are so hype.
Yeah. Okay, there's the Zoe 3.
Yeah,
that looks super strong.
Zed is straight on to the Vayne, but Vayne's going to yeet out of there with the recon trait. Zed going back, but actually leaves it alone.
Yeah.
It is amazing how much the 8 duelist spike is, though. It does feel like a lot. The attack speed is just so much more potent, but there's just so much front line. This Vayne 2 is just not able to
He's
get
just
through
playing bad units,
Yeah.
quite frankly. He's playing Gangplank 1 and Kale 1 to get this 8 duels. And I understand what his philosophy was, but the context was different when he got that first place. Still, given like what happened, right? The 4th strongest person HP-wise right now is Bebe, who got an underground emblem given to him for free. So like 5th might be the best he could possibly squeeze out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you always have to balance the, like, unit quality versus like how much value you want on your carry, and that's just a spot where like the 1-star 1 cost doesn't really.
What the heck?
By the way, Sox was playing the tech. Did you see that? He's playing the vertical Ox Force, the Bebe tech. He did not need the leak.
Wait, how many sets does Bebe
That
have?
is 8 sets.
That is 8?
Oh.
Yeah.
If you find 8 sets, you do mech it, right?
That's why the HP, Bryce.
Appies, you ever sack a set 3 just for the HP?
I mean,
He's
it's a
got
lot of
11 HP. He
stats.
could try. Maybe he lives on 1. Actually, is player damage too high now?
Yeah,
for
it's
him to
too
live on
high.
1? Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can still try it for content, but you should probably make your. Although you need a new
Yeah, you
thing
need
for items,
anything.
right?
Oh,
if
he's past
he's,
one.
If he's going up against Milk, he can actually
He's got it.
do that.
He's got the replacement.
Oh yeah, because Milk can just sack
Yeah, Milk
here,
can
right?
sack here for sure.
Dude, Future Sight in this tournament is so cool.
Well, it's
It
not.
is so
I mean, yeah, they all have future sight. in this
They all
moment,
feature it
but-
right now,
Oh.
but yes.
Wait, that's super
But
true.
I agree that
Okay,
future
but it
sight
is
in this
super cool
tournament is
still.
cool.
It actually does change a little bit of a 3-player dynamic because 3 players. Oh wait, is Bebe sacking as well?
Wait, what?
Huh?
So this is a belief that Bebe.
Oh, they're both trying to
They're
get
both
weaker.
they're trying to minimize damage across the board. Like
Wow.
neither of them are trying to win very
This is so
convincingly.
5-head.
Wow. Assuming this works out, these guys, the team synergy is pretty high here.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell
Well,
you, day
we'll
after day, they're
see.
just going to get better and better at working together.
Milk actually hasn't really killed many
Milk's not killing
units.
units. Milk
Okay.
might have screwed this up.
But the communication was there to set this up,
The
right?
the idea
Yeah.
is really clever. Like if you can find, if
Both
you can
weakening the boards.
intentionally spend the whole time figuring it out so that it's a 1 or 2 unit loss, but guarantee the result.
Exactly.
Okay,
It's easier said than done.
Yawn. I've seen better teamwork.
Okay.
Not really. Milk hit Ram
Please.
is 3. Hold on a second.
Please.
Leona 2 for Sox.
We want the set, Mort Dog, please.
so
On time?
Souless at Z2.
Oh, he's
Okay.
selling. Oh no.
He's just going for it,
He's
yeah.
going
Let's
for
go.
it.
Yeah, because he thinks he's gonna die.
Yeah,
if he
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
get it.
I get it, I
I
get
think
it.
it's entirely
It's-
reasonable.
Yeah.
Big sack.
Going against Souless? Whoa, what is this? This is so creative.
Going up against Flightsy.
Flightsy.
Wait, is Flightsy gonna go first in his
Yo,
first game?
First game,
I'm down.
yep.
I'm down for a recount. This Flightsy guy is. Get him out of here.
Maybe Flightsy comes down for the interview, rips off the mask, and it was Kurumx the whole time.
Yeah, this Leona just can't.
Yeah,
this
it's
is
unfortunate.
She's not playing the game.
Oh, Leona did ult the Zed.
I mean, BT Leona can drain tank so much, but
just nice.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Yeah, nice
NT,
try, nice
NT.
try. And if maybe Sox takes more damage, it doesn't look like it though.
yeah.
-12 is unlikely.
At least they're both top 4, right?
Yeah.
Great game. Yeah, great game from Team Noob Trickers.
Yeah, and a lot of cool synergy there, like team-wise. That was a lot of cool things shown that, like, you know, can be seen later in the tournament too if people start applying it.
Yep.
Okay, but it also makes sense that Flightsy is doing well because he's actually been playing nonstop TFT since he got here.
Yeah. This guy's actually one of the more practiced players right now.
That's right.
Yep.
High key unfair. I do demand a recount.
Okay, so you have the Zoe versus the Zed board. What does this matchup really look like?
The fact that you called this the Zoe board, the disrespect to Ramus in this
Okay, okay.
situation.
Wait, it's
just
Hacker
hard,
Ramus.
It's hard for me to deal with.
Hold on, it's Hacker Ramus.
It's Hacker Ramus 3 and you call this a Zoe board?
Wait, the Ramus... Huh?
It has a hacker emblem.
Oh, I thought you meant it was going to the backlines. Like,
No,
wait,
no,
am I
no,
seeing this
No,
wrong?
I meant literally Hacker Ramus.
It,
just
it
started,
has,
like,
it has
waddling?
Omnivamp though. It's 4 hackers, so it's Ramus 3 with what is it, 80% Omnivamp?
Yeah. It's
Whoa,
70%. Yeah, it's a lot.
70%?
It's a lot.
Socks, what's up? You have to. Oh no,
we
can we get
have to
Socks'
enable the
mic on?
mic. Oh
Not yet.
gosh, it's not enough though.
Oh, we're
There's just
good.
still
You're
so
good.
much coming out from
Bro,
Flightsy.
You gotta lean in more. You
Oh,
can't.
hello. I'm trying to hit 2 Viegos. Milk behind me. I heard him say, "Oh, hold the Viegos." He's going for a Viego 3, and then both Milk and Souless hold 2 Viegos, and I never even got 2 Viegos online. I was so sad.
Sad.
Look at these guys.
There's an interesting thing emerging, which is that the rooms, whatever room you're in, because for those of you who don't know, it's 2 rooms of 4 each.
at these guys.
They do kind of talk and help each other a little bit. So you definitely have one main partner, but you have temporary partners, brothers in arms, for the whoever happens to be in your room. And by the way,
Flightsy's
the
gonna
dark
do it,
room
man.
is turning it around today. Dark room was the better performances both games 1 and lobbies D and E so far.
Oh, you were Darkroom again.
We were dark room
dark
again.
room.
Yeah, we
Interesting.
tried to not be, but those
Yeah.
snakes actually ran up there before the previous was
Unlucky.
even over. They were up there to claim the good room.
Okay, interesting. Also,
Dude.
yeah, Milk's board is so cool.
Yeah.
It's actually so
Yeah,
cool.
But
it is.
I'm pretty sure Flightsy
Yeah,
has
Flightsy
been
won.
unstoppable.
Yeah.
The Zed, he's trying to get the Zed stuck on Ramus.
Oh, another Sedge cast.
A lesson you learn the hard way in TFT is that cool does not always mean good.
Yeah, that's
Or-
a lesson
or
that you've
winning,
learned the
rather.
hard
This
way
is good.
roughly 1,000 times. So you're gonna keep learning it.
I'll learn 1,000 more before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Zed
that's a
did get
Leona
stuck
too.
onto this for a little
Okay.
bit. Zed is
This
dead.
Ramus,
Zed is
no.
dead. It's okay. Zed is dead. Surely Zoe wins this. Zoe. You know, it's close.
Flightsy does it.
Close fight.
Unlucky. This guy
First
leaves,
game, and it's a
leaves
first.
his solo queue game to come over here and just take an easy first place in
That's
this
Right.
game.
Everyone's hanging out, having fun here
Yeah.
at Summit while he's grinding games.
And he doesn't even say anything, by the way. He's still sitting up there. They're just chilling. No coming down to trash talk, brag, talk about how free these bots are. Nothing. Nothing.
It was expected, you know?
While you were
Yes.
out partying,
Chill.
I was studying the Deathblade.
Yeah, I mean, great shot from
That's what
Flightsy.
Flightsy is, man.
Oh no, he's still not coming. We just get Bebe and Milk. Okay, well, we take those. We take
All
those.
right, come talk.
All right. 7 Velveses and 8 Leica sets. Where's more dog?
We saw. In
he's
fairness,
over there.
Bebe, you did roll a
Okay,
lot of
hold on.
gold when you were stable to pick up
Bebe.
some of those units. You did not like build your economy up to then go for the big roll down for it.
I do know that, but
So you leveled to 6, and you played the underground, and then you hit, and then you lost, but that's okay, it happens. Then you hit the tome off of the walls, and you hit underground. We thought you were gonna continue the heist for a little bit more time. So what were you talking about with Milk there? Because I like you were chatting a lot.
I was actually talking to Milk
You lean a
so
little bit
that
more close to the mic, yeah.
I was talking to Milk so that like since he had future sight, I can know when he's facing me, right? And when I'm playing the game, the combat mark on Milk shows on my side. So if Milk tells me that I'm not fighting him, then I know that there's 2 opponents I can fight. So it's 50-50 at that point. So that raises my odds. So I keep telling him to like ask me if I'm fighting or not, so I can like decide if I'm facing against the other 2 players. And once we start facing off, we try to like match our board in a way where we won't like hit each other at least.
Yeah, I saw that you both actually. Normally, we see the person who wants to survive, like one person weakens their boards, but you both weakened your boards. which conceptually was really cool. I don't know that it worked out. You wound up doing, like, you still wound up doing, like, I think it was 6 units, but
I mean, it was
a cool
good.
idea.
It was really good. I feel this is always something you can do with Future Sight, though. You can't do it without Future Sight, for sure.
Makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Where'd Milk go? Did he just leave?
Restroom. I gotta go to the restroom, too.
Oh,
See ya.
okay,
Bye,
okay,
Bebe.
all right.
Good luck.
Bye, Bebe. Cool stuff, man.
Very cool stuff. That was a fun game one.
Someone
Watching
should tell
Bebe's-
Flicey to come down, though.
Yeah, I saw him walk by. I think he went to the bathroom as well. Maybe we'll snag him on the way back. But Bebe's roll down was one of the most impressive that we've seen so far this tournament.
So clean.
It was really clean.
Yeah, really clean,
It
yeah.
was wide. He looked at a bunch of different lines and units. You saw him take a couple turns to kind of get to the board that he wanted, but it was just really fluid.
And he managed to keep the Econ trait in while making a Shrine of Ford to win, which is super impressive. So
Yeah.
great recognition from Bebe on that.
Yeah,
roll
that
down.
he's really good.
Yeah.
Team fight tactics.
He's
Flighty!
really good.
This guy,
Yeah, you can't just
Flicey,
win and say nothing, bro.
get over here.
Get over.
This guy FFs a solo queue game to go into the tournament and just takes the cleanest first, and he says not a word. We need some words, Flightsy.
How are you super cracked, or is that just super high roll?
Yeah, I feel like I just high rolled my ass off. We had built-in double trouble, me and Souless, so had to be a first, right? Had to
Oh,
be
that's
first.
true. The username. Why aren't you playing on your main account?
Oh, somebody was finishing my game for me. I did not.
Oh, no, we don't. No. That's not a thing that you. That's definitely not a thing that you would do, and it's for sure not a thing you would admit to doing on a broadcast with 30,000 people watching. Agree?
All good.
No, agree. You did not do
Yeah,
that.
I did not do that.
You
You
were
wrote down all the
joking.
instructions.
You were joking. It was funny. You wanted to get the double trouble buff. Yes.
Maybe
good.
it's Mort Dog actually finishing the game on his account right now. Oh my god.
Okay,
A
but
wild
Flightsy,
shadow Mort Dog
Flightsy,
appears.
how good are you right now?
I don't think I'm that good.
Bro, you just won.
I got lucky. I don't know. DK just keeps roasting me every single time I play with him. He's just like, bro, it's so free.
Okay, but isn't
And then you just farmed him.
Isn't DQA free?
Maybe.
Flightsy, we need some trash talk, buddy. Nothing?
Yeah,
You got
you're at
nothing
the
for us?
summit, man.
You're
You
at the
gotta
summit.
drop
You
the
have a
hot
one.
tracks.
You're the only player in the field with a 100% win rate in their games.
Talk some shit.
All right, I'm going 1-1-1, easy.
Yeah, DQA's a bot, right? Okay. All right. You know what? Go 1-1,
You know
and then maybe
what?
you will. We'll get you back.
As
here
you're
and talk
high
to you.
rolling again, go think about some more intense trash talk
okay.
lines.
You can go.
Get
You
out
can
of
go
here.
Pretty
play.
bad trash out, my bad.
Good try.
It's
Good
okay.
try.
It's okay.
Flightsy.
Better luck next
Eh.
time. Eh. Flightsy guy.
Humble God.
Humble God, yeah. I think
No,
he is
it-
good. I think he's an above average player in this field in his
for
current
sure.
form.
Well, compared to you, yeah. but-
I'm the top earner of the day. You can't shit talk me anymore. Yesterday, flame away. Today, I have some laurels, and I would like to rest on them for at least 16
I
more
gave
hours.
you a good like 45 minutes, man.
Oh, okay. You know what? You're right. You're right.
It's true. All right, so we have 2 more games, and then after these 2 games, which is gonna be really fun, we're playing Mafia tonight. Is anyone? Are you playing Mafia?
I'm gonna try to. I think. Yeah.
Okay, so for people who don't know, TFT players love Mafia. Not that we're taking 100% of the credit, but I would like to say that TFT was early in the Among Us meta. Before it became like this mainstream thing that got a bunch of like YouTubers and streamers on like Jimmy Fallon or whatever. A lot of TFT players were introducing it to people like Disguised Toast that ended up becoming super popular.
Yeah, and
Okay.
Waffle
I
as
didn't know
well.
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's get our friend.
Actually, Natures
We have
knows. Natures is the historian here.
Natures
The
sweat.
is a Mafia historian.
Yes.
He's an Omega Mafia.
Pro
sweat.
tip: day 1 of Mafia. Always kill Natures. This guy is a yabber. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I was not coming on here to brag about Mafia. Yeah, I'm gonna win today and tomorrow. That's not the point. All I wanted to say was that for the Among Us thing, shout outs to Keen. That guy, he played Among Us before like anyone. And then with Becca and everyone started playing it. He was way early on the Among Us train, like way early. Everyone gives it to a bunch of other people. Shout outs to Keen. We started playing as soon as we saw him playing it.
Which
and
Keen?
it popped off.
Me, Mr. Keen, or
Oh.
Keen LOL?
Yeah, Keen LOL. Yeah. Huge shout out to him. He used to play in between every TFT queue. It was great.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Wait, where
but,
did Blazes go?
But
Yeah,
yeah, don't.
okay, wait.
Don't,
Who are your
kill me,
Mafia? Who are your Mafia power rankings?
Yeah, who's top 3 Mafia players in
Yeah.
TFT
it's gonna be
besides yourself?
besides my Sox Becca Ray. Besides myself.
Becca, really?
Yeah.
I
haven't decided if I'm gonna farm you guys or not yet.
Asa says he's really good though. Asa says he's really good, but he hasn't played with us yet. So we'll see.
The thing is, Asa is very honest about his own skill set. He would not bluff us for no reason.
What makes someone good at Mafia?
Yeah, but you don't know who he's played with.
What makes someone good at Mafia?
It's a mixture of being able to be confident, using a lot of logic, which TFT players are really good at the logic part, and then also just being able to understand how people like emotions, like not reading into emotions too far that you are being fooled, but also like being like, this is genuine emotion. This guy's actually frustrated, that kind of thing.
How good you are at gaslighting people. Hey, speaking of gaslighting, who's joined us on the couch?
Oh, Spicy Happy's has been here. What do you mean?
What's up, Inigo?
How's it going?
Yeah, that's right.
This one? That one.
Thank you, Nature's. Nature's the guy that puts together North America formats for Wisdom, by the way.
So in the mini game, it's worth noting that the light room did get the better into the stick on the dark room in this final lobby. So
in the final lobby,
so far we're only one game in.
So there's a copy pasta about Setsuko being 5'2". And he's actually kind of reasonably tall, right? He's not short at all. In this image specifically, he looks like he's actually 5'2".
Someone needs to screenshot this and put it on Twitter. I'm gonna retweet this. This is someone's.
Sit up, nephew,
I need one of those
please.
things where it's the main picture and then zooming in more and more onto Setsuko.
That can't be comfortable, right?
I mean,
it's pretty cool.
He's adjusting it.
Soju streams like this for like 10 hours. Like it's gotta be somewhat comfortable.
Dude, I don't even know, man.
How did he place last game? I didn't manage to see it.
He got fifth. He got fifth.
He tried to play vertical duelist.
I mean, that's 8th for him.
Yeah,
like in his eyes, you know. So.
You just compare him to Flightsy. Flightsy's sitting up straight. All right, here we go. Game number 2. Second last game of today.
Everyone trying to get that Ash with the bow off starting carousel.
I mean, I just take it to grief other people. We knew that like Hafu wanted to go for Ash every single game, so we were just all typing in chat, just hold all the Ashes.
Yeah, I was actually so apparently in China, Ash is like the go-to comp right now. Ash reroll.
Yeah, in China especially.
Yeah, because it's I mean, I think in general Chinese metas are very reroll heavy, right? When they can be, and so it's like Ash and like Kaisa Vayne are really popping off as well.
Yeah, and the Kaisa is like pretty strong, but it's kind of dependent on whether or not you can hit Kaisa 3. Otherwise, Kaisa 2 is like at best a top 4 comp. But it's very reliable, and your tempo is high, right? You saw when a couple people played, like I played it. I think Dishop was playing it. You often streak through stage 3 and stage 4.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, all the 3 costs are so good in that comp, and it's like pretty cheap to hit and reasonable to hit like on stage 3.
The best part about things like these Kaisa and Ash comps is that I think they can use like such a wide array of augments, and it almost feels impossible if you do low roll augments.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different ways to play the comp, right? Like so many different things you can put items on, like so many different variations of it that like it's super hard to not have something, like some resource to use.
Wait, what was ping? What was ping?
Oh.
All I saw was Souless ping something, and then Setsuko typed ...
I think in this set, I actually this is kind of a TFT hot take, but I like set 5.5 a lot more than other people because I really liked playing around the 3 costs in that set. I think this set has a lot of good 3 costs as well, so I think that might be like a good reason. Like the unit quality in this set, you can find so much from these units.
Dude, set 5.5, like Yasuo was so fun.
Riven as well.
Riven was great. Italy. I mean, that's what Juanmie won the world championship with, so. Good times.
Right, you'd hit like one of those off an orb, and you'd be like, okay, this is my stage 2.
Yes. All right, so Milk starts off with Underground 1-4. Underground Heart.
I mean, come on.
He already has 3 Underground.
That's on
No, you have to take it. There's an Ezreal in the shop.
Yeah, there's an Ezreal in the shop every time.
Oh, there's an Ezreal in the shop. Got it.
Sure.
Do it! Can you hear us? Do it, Milk! He's smiling. He hears
There's
me.
no way he doesn't do it, right?
Do it!
Surely he does.
Come on, man. There's just
no way
he promised content. He said, "Hey, man, don't worry, Soldier's not here."
Next shop is Diaz.
Okay.
He has 1 roll. Just saying.
He does. Yeah, true. He does have 1 roll.
He can sell the buy out of the orb if he wants to. Oh, he has a Camille. Oh, he has.
He's got enough for it. Yeah, he's got.
No. I mean, even if he gets Underground by 2-5 because of Ezreal, is going to be so sick.
Yeah. No, he's already.
But is he the Giga of all Giga Chads?
We'll see.
What is the? I thought there was some sack going around about like Underground on 2-1 today. Like it was just like winning every game.
It's
so much more
one might say. Do we know who has the record for the longest underground heist, the biggest cash out
in tournament so far?
Dishop took one to almost 1 HP today. So.
Do you know what it was? What number it was?
I want to say it was like 4. It might have been 3 though.
I took it to 3, but I went 8th, I think, that game.
Hey, but the important thing is you held the line.
It's true, it's true.
I think Asa took it to 3 earlier today too, so maybe 3 is the max.
There's a chance Dishub took it to 4. We'll have to get a fact check on that later.
Oh.
Just
I was
roll.
waiting for it. I saw a
Do it.
recon in the first, and I was like, is it Ezreal? But
My D key is itching here.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I was thinking. He was going to Giga Chat it and just roll. But we'll catch up with him in a little bit. In the meantime, let's check in on Souless, who is getting outperformed by his impromptu teammate.
looks like. Do you think he's re-rolling here? Do you think he's?
Well, he's playing too because he has double trouble.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's more about what is he going to re-roll. Is it like this Talon? Is he going to be playing like mascot re-roll instead?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, Galio's such a good frontline for a lot of different reroll comps. Like, fits super well into super, no pun intended, and just like is a super strong unit. So
I think,
okay, that was sorry.
I think depending, I mean, he has an
Nice,
open
Anthony.
rod, so I would actually expect him to just like go straight for Viego here. Like that's a pretty comfort comp for Souless at the moment, right?
It's
Just
true.
Viego.
It actually can. I don't know if you're memeing or not, but you actually can just play double trouble into just 2 Viego.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not
Okay,
memeing.
okay.
I think it's quite good. He does have the option also. Like sure he has the open rod, but if it's a good enough admin, playing Camille from a spot like this is not bad.
I agree.
I think there's actually a lot of room in super to like reroll stuff than just play a carry at a different cost, right? Like I think with Viego too, like you can reroll like Talon super stuff and then just put items on Viego and have him be your main carry later. He still gets the damage boost, right? You don't have to be 3-starred to get the bonus damage.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. DQ has the mech emblem. That one's it's kind of awkward for me to start with because I feel like I don't want to combine early game, but yet I want to keep my tempo high because it is a gold augment. How do we best use mech emblem from your perspective, Inigo?
Oh, here we go. It's trying to steal the tech,
yes.
huh?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think for me personally, the time I'm happiest seeing a mech emblem would be like 3-2, where I already have an established board.
Right,
It's not going to be like too intrusive as for like my board strength itself. That is a big talent.
Holy.
Dude, what? It's a mech talent.
But there's a ton of cool stuff you can do with mech emblem. I know a popular one is Soraka because she has the % healing. Yeah, so that's a really cool one. I haven't seen a whole lot of combos. I think people are kind of afraid to test it out.
It's true.
Yeah,
you just get so seldom the opportunity. But this is definitely one of the criticisms against it, which is just like he just lost all the front line for Talon almost instantly.
Stage 2 mech emblem can be really hard to play around. And often it's kind of best to just not even like make a mech.
Yeah, you just have the 3 mech units and just someone holding the mech.
I wonder what he goes for here.
Mordog, what is your favorite? Mordog's joining us on the couch, by the way, as Bryce has ditched us. What is your favorite mech user of the emblem?
So I like the, Nico covered it, the Soraka, because Soraka does the % health scaling that can get really big. You can just go like tank Soraka, and it just becomes
frontline Soraka?
Frontline Soraka,
yeah.
Full tank items. Every time it casts, it just restores 10% of its health, goes something like Redemption, and the tank item.
That's frontline mech Soraka. Okay, because
you writing this one down, Dan?
And then, because it basically depends on the admin also. If you get one of the admins, it's like every 5 seconds. You can also get that even bigger and do some crazy stuff
for admin, mech Soraka.
Yep.
Would you actually leak the tech?
I mean, I thought this was known. You know, there have been texts I've been keeping to myself, and people have like been randomly sprinkling them throughout the event. I'm like, oh, people knew about this? And so like I thought this one was known. Like it seems obvious, you know what I mean?
I mean,
man, he's just flaming us like every opportunity he can get.
You guys
I'm
didn't
flaming
know that?
you. I'm flaming you.
As we were building the set, you know, and changing what mechs did, like we had to keep an eye on like, okay, what mechs are going to get out of control. In an early version, it used to just give you AD, like a ton of AD, and then what we'd run into is like Mecha Felios in the end game was just like disgusting.
One-shot boards.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're talking about duelists a lot. Setsuko seems like he just wants to keep riding like duelists. He's playing mascot frontline, but he's also like he put a glove on Vayne, almost as if he's like knowing that he's gonna play around this Vayne, and he's just sticking to this line repeatedly.
Do we know how many games of duels he's played so far? In the
At
tournament?
least 3.
Yeah, it's a lot, right? I wonder if it's just like a...
I think he's just the kind of guy that he wants to play the strongest board he can early game, and he knows what the strongest boards are late game. He knows what he wants to go for, and he knows how to cap them out. So, like, he's somebody who does keep his options open. Like, you know, he can... We know from ladder, like, he fast 9s, like, all the time on ladder. But he can play, like, strong, like, level 7, 8 boards and, you know, go from there. So, I think that just because Duelist is such a strong level 7, 8 board, he's, like, always keeping that open. It's fine.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh, we have the IE. Is it? Oh, it's laser spat. I thought it was heart spat for a second.
You need to get your glasses clean.
Yeah,
no,
Laser
seriously.
Core. I actually really like
color.
Laser Core. This was actually one of the games that Bryce looked at as opening augments and said, like, I don't know what I can play here. And I was just like, just take the Laser Crest, man. It's actually quite a flexible tree that you can kind of dive deep into. So I'm excited to see where Dallas takes that, because I personally love it a lot.
Souless levels to 6 on 2-6.
He won though.
That's good.
It works.
I heard there's a similar scenario in a previous game that didn't work out that way.
What?
Okay.
No, it's not just level to 6 on 2-6. He has double Viego.
I mean, you
Okay,
can't hit
I
two
mean-
Viegos on 5 that recently, right? But on 6, like 2 Viegos, super reasonable, right?
What? It's 5%.
Wait,
Super reasonable.
So
I'm
Aniko would tell you this is a low roll because look at his econ.
Oh, not even.
That's,
Not
wait,
even
you're
the
actually,
solo
that's
part.
actually true. He
And look at
has
his
said
items.
that.
Wait,
Oh
yeah, he's
my.
double right. He's double trouble and he hit both Viegos.
Okay,
wow,
so something
that's-
cool you could do here. I don't know if he's going to do it. Something cool you can do here. You can make one Viego DPS. You can make another Viego tank. So you can do like Warmonk Spark on one. You can do like full DPS on the other.
That's pretty next level.
You know the.
I'm down to just TG one and make the other the carry.
I mean, that's an option. He does have a lot of gloves right now, doesn't he, Dan?
I love how we're assuming he's gonna hit 6 Viegos. Like,
Oh, he will. I mean, he's already.
Okay, question though. What if you get introduced a Viego 2? Do you actually make it, or do you kind of like lock the shop or something like that? Because he does have double trouble.
Yeah, I think it's worth it. I mean, it's a Viego 2 in
Yeah, you
stage
have to
3.
make it,
Like,
right?
I'm pretty sure
that
it's
makes
way
sense. That
worth
makes
it,
sense
yeah.
to me.
You ever just like lock one round and then make it the next round?
I think that's fair too.
For just
honestly.
like just a little bit of more eco.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
You ever just lock it till you lose streak?
So just keep locking until you lose.
who needs those 7 shots?
Just
Yeah.
lock until next game, honestly.
No, I remember that there have been occasions where I've seen people lock up far away, but now we're in the matchup of the game so far. Double Viego versus the win streaking board.
Setsuko. Oh gosh.
Okay, yeah, these Viegos are not making it close.
Yeah, I was really ready for it to be more hype.
I mean,
that's actually okay.
it was closer than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Maybe GP just bugs and hits everything at once for 5 times damage. Ah,
Close, yeah.
It was closer than I thought
Very
it would be,
close.
but
Opium.
let's see if this is a hero augment on 3-2.
if it's Viego, I'm out of here. Okay.
Is he gonna reroll?
3-3-3.
Okay.
Okay, does mirror image work with double trouble, Mort?
I mean, it does, but like here, if you clone the Viego, you'd have 3. And
Right, but just...
But yes, it works.
Oh.
You take it just so you can clone
I-
the Viego 2 when you hit it. This shop.
I could see him taking the Alistar one here, but I think this is usually a reroll.
I think
Yeah.
it's a reroll.
The only
Yeah.
thing, like the Alistar with the tank items is really not bad from here.
Agreed.
Oh, actually, yeah, the 300 health one. This one's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, true, because he has the Warmogs and the Spark on the galley already, so.
Yeah, rerolling is safe as well. Like I can respect the reroll here.
What are you looking
He's
to
only
hit?
got 10 seconds, so he's got to make the decision kind of
Oh, he
quick.
just goes for it.
there it
Okay.
is.
I was about to say,
Oh,
what do you,
and he just gets the double trouble for free. Does he just? What is he?
He's going to 7.
Oh my God.
It's a 7 for it.
what
Alright.
would you be looking for if you rerolled there, though?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I think so it's just gonna be all 3 costs, right?
Right.
I honestly think the other Alistar one is also not bad. I think it's a little bit more value just as a support one, just to try and get him as many knockups as
Right,
you
but
can.
is that trade-off worth you're losing your entire reroll? I don't think
yeah,
so.
that's the
the question,
question.
yeah.
That's why I was saying I think I'd be like, I'd see this one, I'd be like, yeah, that's good enough. Especially if like we're, we can get like a prismatic later or something. It's worth saving the reroll for.
And he gets to buy the second cow. Not
Okay, I'm level
bad.
6, 2-6 every game. If this happens.
Yeah, it's funny because, Bebe's in the lobby as well.
Viego Ophelios.
Unlucky.
All right. Get
That's
this
a
guy
low
off
roll.
my
That's a
screen.
low
Yeah,
roll
that's
right
that's a fat low roll.
Do
you ever just move items to the Alistar?
I totally forgot about Milk.
So this is Heist 2, and he has 5 underground in.
Oh, I mean, we saw this yesterday, right? Like, you get 5 underground at stage 2. That's an instant first. So
Oh yeah.
I'm expecting Milk to win this game.
I mean, we joke, but like 5 underground at stage 2 is kind of.
No,
an
yeah,
instant
that's what I'm
first.
saying.
Yeah,
Like, that's really good.
unironically,
Basically, if he doesn't get it, we all flame him.
Did
Agree?
he get
Yeah,
on
of
stage
course.
2 though? It looked like a level 2 heist. to
Yeah,
me.
I think he probably rolled for 5.
I think he just got it.
Yeah, I
do
can
we
see that.
do we think he's breaking the record for longest heist? This game?
No.
No.
No, he'll probably take 4.
I think Milk's too good of a player.
I think he'll take
to
3.
do it.
Took 3.
Yeah.
Oh
Makes
man, but
sense.
now he's getting Soulless taxed.
Also,
Oh yeah.
he also hit. I think he's trying to play Zed, and he hit into the Knight, the Vayne Augment. I don't think he said anything either. I don't know if anybody pointed that out.
Oh, he was yapping. Trust me.
Okay. Can rely on Milk to yap. That is a good point.
Yeah. Low key, we also have like Dallas doing pretty well. He was struggling a little bit. Dallas has told me that he's struggling to keep up, but he's doing his best to just not go 8th for Setsuko because he feels like he's the reason why the team would lose, but he's doing great so far.
Yeah, he's doing well this game.
Still my favorite team name.
What is it?
Dallas and Setsuko?
Yeah.
Which is Endless Pizza?
Is that what theirs was?
No,
Yeah.
someone said Endless Pizza. Is that what it is?
That's what their team name is, Endless Pizza.
Oh.
That's a good team name.
That's your favorite?
You didn't even know the team name, but you said it was your favorite team name, Mort.
Oh, I knew.
There's some good team names, Mort.
There are some good teams.
I feel slighted here. I don't know how to take this.
Yeah,
Mort,
honestly,
we
front runner.
we asked if Mort could compete with Kent, and we got the answer no, unfortunately. What would have been your team name with Kent?
Ooh, off top of my head, the real challengers.
The Real Challengers?
Real challenge.
Not bad, not bad.
I mean, you gotta back that up at the event.
I know.
With a name like
That's
that.
actually kind of fighting words.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to do fighting words. I came here to fight.
Bro, lucky doesn't get the chance. Like a bunch of
Somebody
idiots.
wouldn't let me, Dan.
It wasn't me, actually. We actually
was you.
begged.
Uh-huh.
No, we
No,
actually
no,
begged.
yeah.
I actually got on my knees outside of the Riot offices.
I'm sorry. Are we teasing a Mort Dog versus Frodan boxing match right now?
I feel like that's second.
No.
We gotta do the Mort Dog milk
I say
boxing.
this all the time, but Mort Dog is the actual final boss of any who would win in a fight in TFT because he's got he's like Destructo from My Hero. He's got all this pent up stress that he's ready to unleash, but he just doesn't have a target.
This is for the Reddit thread.
If Mort is able to unleash all the wrath that he's stored up in wherever he's storing up all his rage and stress, oh man,
Yeah,
I feel bad for whoever's on the receiving end of that.
Put that one guy from right in front of him, and it's just it's game over. Oh, okay.
All right, high 3.
Oh, he's going for it.
Oh my god!
Okay.
I like it. I like it.
That is
He
respectable.
keeps
Content play.
going.
That cash out, by the way, Manazane and Zanya's, that is really scary setup right there for a certain unit. But I mean, I respect him sticking with it.
certain
what's
unit?
the tech? Yeah, what's the?
Oh no, just like I mean like a certain unit that you put those items on, like an
Oh,
AP.
okay, okay.
Not like
Totally
some
not a
secret.
specific one I had in mind. Haha.
I can't. Okay, so he actually deserves a lot of respect for this. He's still going. He's at 39 HP.
Yeah.
That means he has to play this stage and 4-1. So he's planning on cashing out at 4-2 based off the augment. But he actually just might be at like 10 HP by then.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big transition in one turn too, and he could easily just die. He needs to be at least as clean as Bebe was last game's transition.
Okay, but he has a lot of gold.
The other thing he can do here is he can now switch to 3 underground.
Yeah.
To try to save a little health on
Yeah,
the
he
wall.
could do like
okay,
a
I
slight
like
roll
that.
down here and try to just get stronger, win one round, take his cash out, call it a day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the cool things about underground with the 7 and 8. When you get to that point, you can switch then.
Right,
Unlike
right.
Fortune back in the day where you had to or Mercenaries, where you had to keep it in the whole way.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
A little bit here. Good shops too.
I'm excited to see this cash out. What can you? Okay, what? Is there some,
Stage 2. That's
He
good.
couldn't get on the board in time. He'll lose a little bit of bench space.
He's not going to keep all these things anyway.
Yeah.
what's the more? Do you know what the craziest thing you can get from a 4 heist cash out? Is?
Off the top of my head, that's when the Radiant and the Tactician's Crown start
Okay.
coming in. So.
Oh yeah, Dishub got a fawn, so he definitely went to 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, there's that.
Oh, that's what he's looking for.
Yep. Yeah,
So
his
he can
board's
replace
already,
2 of these units.
Yeah, his board's already looking really strong. He needs Hacker in, ideally, right?
Yeah. He does have the LeBlanc.
Yep.
Like
He
that.
has LeBlanc and Zoe.
Yep.
You can do it.
Okay. If he can get a good loss, if he's 2 lives coming out of this round, he's in an insane spot.
He can win. He's 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
So the weirdness here, though, is by putting all the items on the Zed, when you get something like the Radiant item now, you can't Radiant item the Zed.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
I mean,
People
it's
walk
yeah. You just gotta. Go
Oh
for it.
my! Setsuko gloves in the house.
Oh, fighting an Ace Soul too from Bebe as well.
I know, it's a teammate.
Yeah.
But he needs to win more than anything.
Yeah, for sure.
And also,
Okay,
still not even.
Yeah, just kind of taking over. Yeah, the Deathblade QSS Vayne actually coming in.
Not a bad
clutch
loss.
here, I think. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, wait, never mind. There's all these units that
Yeah, no, it's
survive
He's
in the back.
metabolic though.
Never
He's
mind.
metabolic. He's chilling.
Yeah.
All right, here's the cash out.
True.
Okay.
And we get to see the hero augment, so he actually has a lot of time for the transition. This is actually really well planned by Milk because now he's going to have that extra seconds to make his transition.
I'm gonna say Radiant Ionic Spark.
I would take Stand here.
Stand
I
is
think,
so good,
over
yes.
Dallasyes,
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, what is this?
No
Tack
way.
crown plus 2 load orbs times 4?
My heart almost dropped there. He almost clicked.
I hit the wrong button by accident there every time.
And a duplicator.
Okay.
So he just needs another Zed, and he has Zed too.
Yeah, you definitely roll here, right?
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
I could see Milk not rolling here. He's playing for first, right?
I mean, that's.
I mean, can't you still
a
roll
little
here and play
too
for first?
giga chat for me.
I think I would always roll here,
Yeah.
but like, I don't know. This guy's crazy. You know?
True. Okay. I mean,
Nice. So he's 2-starring the rest of his board, and he's also first pick, so he could theoretically just take any like Zed and just duplicate it and keep the good item set.
Yeah. What are you doing with these items here? You can do a Belveth, huh?
yeah. I mean, there's we saw Rain actually do a Belveth with it was with a Samira, but like actually is really really good as a secondary carry.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
This
I
also
agree.
gets a Last Whisper, like Hurricane Last Whisper Belveth.
Yeah.
Even though I like the RFC.
It's a good setup though, right?
It's just to have the items for it, right? 'Cause, like, there's not a lot to put these items on. 'Cause you have PG Vayne already, and you're probably not going for duelists ever. And, like,
Yeah.
what duelists would hold them, right?
Yeah, I feel like what I would expect here for most people would be to duo another AD carry. We'll see what he ends up doing, though. He could opt for something else. He did sell the Belveth on his bench, so might have something else in mind.
Yeah.
Oh no, Flightsy taking big damage. He's
I
gonna
just
do
wanna-
the legendary first and then 8th.
I just want to point out, yeah, by the way, Soul is still 100 HP streaking, just sitting on Milk's board here.
That's true, that's true.
he holds
Oh,
the
Zed
Belveth here.
2. He's rolling for extra credit.
Nah, real players just hit here.
You ever just play 2 Zeds?
Over
Belveth?
I don't think so.
No. Oh, I guess you're unique.
2 Zed 1s are like...
Or like, would you ever like 2 Z2s with the items?
2 Zed 2s, I would, yeah, I mean... Okay,
like,
so
how
the
do you
weird
get that,
thing
I
is, like,
guess,
you
in
can only
this?
hacker 1 in, but he does have the Last Whisper if he chooses to. So, like, a frontline Zed could be an option, right, with Last Whisper?
For sure, for sure.
It's not the worst. But,
I feel like you don't trade the trait value, though.
Yeah, that's true. You have playing around stand 2 as well. That's really hard to want to play 2 the same unit.
Oh, going up against Souless.
Oh, and
who
he
did
does
find
have-
that Viego too.
Yeah, he's got 4 Viegos. He's got the extra one for the double trouble too.
Yep.
So Souless is playing the board that Bebe was all about, all the Ox Force.
Yeah. And this Vayne again, rolling great. What is with Thieves Gloves this set?
Oh, on Milk's account, we
Unreal.
gave him Lucky Gloves.
Oh, but you know more. That's still not going to stop him from complaining.
Oh, of course not. Of course not. He'll somehow say it was still a low roll.
Yeah, Milk Spot feels insane here now.
No, he'd be mad that he's high rolling though.
Soul's augments, double trouble battle mage. Ridiculous.
Does Souless have the second Viego in?
He does.
He does,
So
yeah.
he has 4
He does.
Viegos?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he had 4.
All right, let's take a little bit of a tour around other people. Let's look at either Socks, Baby, or Flightsy because they're all pretty low HP. And this is a really crucial part of the game because any kind of big loss puts you what feels like at 1 HP, even though it's not.
Yeah, and in a lobby where somebody like Souless is streaking so hard all game, so strong, and somebody like Milk just cashed out a huge underground cash, that is really scary when you're low HP.
Exactly.
Yeah, a little bit of bad matchmaking can just totally ruin your day in this spot.
I mean, we'll see. I don't really even know what some of these other players are playing comp-wise. So we're checking in with Socks. Socks going for a level 8.
He's also playing the Viego line here.
He played it last game too, actually. I haven't seen Socks play too much this weekend, but looks like he's liking the Viego quite a bit.
Is it worth greeting full Janna value here?
No, I've seen so many players fall in for this, and like, why are you Janna in your front line?
Yeah, I think you get it on the Aphelios and the Viego. You don't really need it on anybody else.
Right, right. Like, what is Vi gonna really do with this?
You know, okay, this is another thing where like I see people picking up on random texts. Vow Cho'Gath, very underrated.
Yes.
This item on this unit, like specifically, feels
Agreed.
so good.
Is that specifically to get the early cast off, to get the early mana rebuff, to give you the swing?
It's like shrouding in a way.
And it synergizes well with him. He does like the extra stats. You know, like if you can keep him alive a little bit longer, so you can see Socks has second wind here as well. He can actually get a second cast out pretty consistently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool to hear because like that's what we were envisioning with the item remake. Is like it's about getting the early cast off.
Yeah, I really like Val. I'm actually a big fan of that item.
I think it was fleshing it out.
I think it was a big difference in
dub.
this fight as well. The
Yeah.
second Cho'Gath cast.
It stayed alive forever.
Yeah,
And the mana read was actually pretty beefy.
it's huge. Yeah, it's a big deal for sure.
Okay,
I
what
mean,
about
I like
Socks?
Cho'Gath a lot. I even think that he's worth teching in comps that you aren't even trying to build around him in some sense because I think the mana rate, especially with like with things like the nerf to Misfortune's mana, for example, if you catch people like trying to cheat without having like MF getting a lot of mana, you can totally destroy them. This also applies to like Aurelion Soul and other AP casters.
Yeah. Going back to earlier, we were talking about all the 3-cost units. The threats, especially for me, were like such a huge hit this set because not only are they so strong mid game with like Rammus and Felgaz and Cho'Gath just like providing utility for your team, and also still doing really solid damage. They stay relevant into the late game.
Yeah. Interesting positioning by Sox, by the way, to have the Viego kind of receive the Zed, but the Viego kind of does what Viego wants. He's also chain stunned.
Okay, also,
oh god,
I'm
wait, that
curious
was
to
awful
watch
for him.
What guns people are picking on Aphelios. So Sox is blue gun right now, and I don't know. I'm kind of a firm believer right now that stun gun is it like almost every time because it just feels way better than a lot of things.
That's really funny because I wasn't on couch, but I overheard a comment earlier where Milk, or somebody was positing that Milk would say, "Oh, it's stun gun every single time," and they were like, "Oh, well, if we got Appies on the couch, he would come and write you an essay on why every single gun has a different, unique scenario, and he would outline everything for you." But here you are saying, "Oh, it's just stun gun every time."
Okay, my reasoning is that he does a lot of damage anyways, and like the stun is so good.
It's very, very good.
It's so good.
Especially if you have like Rage Blade or Shoshu.
Thanks. Yeah, I really thought it through, like you said.
Of course. Yeah.
DQA, by the way, playing the 5 mech. We kind of talked about how it's awkward early. DQA was not able to put a streak together. And I think when you're playing like 5 mech, it's supposed to be like a high tempo comp. It just feels like this is the other version of it, where you just get nothing going, you just die.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels like it looks like he low rolled kind of hard this game. He only has a few Jaxes. He's level 7, low econ. Not really sure.
Yeah, the mech spat basically just becoming 5 mech for like an already mech unit is kind of a poor payoff for like sacking a lot of stage 2, or having a rough stage 2 because you don't want to play around it.
That being said, the parity of health is actually so close. Dallas all the way to Sox is just basically one fight. So we might see a big shuffle in the next couple of fights here.
For sure. Soraka in shop, by the way, chatting.
Mech Soraka. He doesn't know.
Doesn't know. He has Redemption BT for her as well. Goodness gracious.
Oh, this Fiddlesticks from Fights is pretty scary. He doesn't have a lot of single target damage outside of the Zed to kill the Jax, and Jax is really good at just turning on Zed and one-shotting him.
Yeah. I do like Jax specifically into the Zed matchups.
Yeah.
Very good 1v1.
I think underexplored in this tournament because we've only seen 1 or 2 Jax games, and it did well. I think it was P-God played it yesterday.
Yeah, agreed.
My theory on Jax is that, you know how we're saying that like mech is the trade-off for early game is that you lose all your front line. I feel like with Jax, if you want to item hold him, like you just don't play mech until you're like literally level 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Because he seems stronger out of mech early game, like way stronger.
I mean, it makes sense. If you're making mech, it's just a higher percentage of your army you're eating, right? When you have 5 units, you're eating 3/5 of them. It's just crazy.
I think it's definitely a bait. Like if you're item holding Jax to make him a mech even early game, I think it's still a bait.
Yeah, and if you can get the vertical bruiser in, or brawler rather, in like late stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, it's so strong. Yeah, he won't die. He has so much time to scale.
All right, we're checking on Bebe, who's just trying not to go 8th. Milk is in his pool.
It's rough for him, man. He's solo carry A-Soul, like.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a reason why Aurelion Soul is just not a preferred AP carry now. He definitely feels like the weakest out of all of them.
Great secondary carry, but super hard time solo carry.
I mean, this is not going to be a bad loss if he does lose, but this Jax has a ton to cut through, and the anti-heal from Morel is going to be huge.
Popping off.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I mean, don't look at the numbers, but trust, it's popping off.
It's a huge win if he's able to kill it, but...
God.
Yeah.
Whoa! Okay. Wait, but 2 other people lost. Wait, somehow he lost and now he's 5th?
Could you guys even imagine if Jax had a real weapon?
Wait, he has metabolic, so that plus 2 HP is really huge. Oh,
I got you.
Wow, man.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah, the metabolic is definitely coming in handy for Bebe here, though.
Oh, big upgrade?
Yeah, his front line is great. Like, it is fantastic.
Yeah, he just has no
just
damage.
I mean, he has some ramp in the Archangel,
Bebe
nice,
trying to get Milk's attention here.
Oh, he's trying to see about positioning because Milk's still in his pool. And right now, it's so close that it matters how much you win by.
Yeah, here he comes.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't even think
Bebe's dead.
The Declaw Warmog's roll is going to be killer as well.
PG.
Well, can he kill some units though? Aesol avoided the
It's just
fire
hard for him
grenade.
to finish anything off, right?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, he's basically trying to see if he can go for like 6 or something, but there's just so many surviving.
It's so hard as a solo carry.
Like you said, that TG roll on Echo was disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Where's he?
I think it's the last.
7th?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. Honestly, like
Dallas goes down in 8th in the end.
he wanted to go for 6, but that's about the average.
3 players died in 1 fight. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's rough.
You see it a lot in tournaments too, right? Because everyone's so good at saving HP and being optimal that so many players die just like at the last moment.
I'd like to point out, by the way, Souless and Milk are still both streaking.
Yeah, they're just not playing each other.
This lobby has been the Souless and Milk story, literally.
Yeah,
This is when I get the DMs about the matchmaking where it's like, how have these two not fought each other?
Dallas going off in chat about something.
Because it's not what it looks like. I'm not sure what. Tell me what it looks like, sir.
Maybe a slight win trade moment, or you know.
Cho 3 from Setsuko. Can we go check out Setsuko's board? I would love to see it. Honestly, he put a very quiet but strong game.
Yeah, we got
I like this board. I like this board a lot.
Wait, what is this going on? We have Talia carry with Infinity Edge just because he doesn't have an opportunity to make a dual gauntlet. Cho'Gath 3 naked.
He's got the Janus Syndra as well. That's real like.
And he's playing
power.
the Alistar augment. Smash.
I love the Syndra here throwing in the Zax. That's my favorite, by the way. You get so much more effective health for the team.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
It's so much power for the comp as well because Talia really likes just having like a lot of beefy front line so she can get the chain cast off.
Yeah.
Also, that second win just saved so much there.
Yeah, this is a great setup.
Awesome game from Setsuko. I mean, obviously
cool
we can't just say it. So Bryce likes to do this thing of just like, he sees 2 seconds and he's like, this player played the best TFT in this lobby. It's like, dude. But
I mean, we did start with him like going duelists.
Yes, it does look like, based off the contest clues, I would say Setsuko's played a phenomenal game of TFT here.
Absolutely.
Especially with like Souless and Milk being so strong and having so many resources, they go in their advantage, right? Or so many things go in their favor this game.
I mean, it could be a combination of like good matchmaking as well. Looks like he's not played Souless or Milk for the past 3 rounds.
The question is, can he eke out a second or possibly a first here?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like this is gonna decide a lot here when we finally see Souless and Milk fight.
Yeah.
Which one has the stronger armor?
It's not this round though. Souless and Milk still avoiding each other.
It's just so hard with the Fawn and all the stand value. It's just like it's a tough fight.
Yeah, Milk has a ton of carries as well.
It's hard for Talia to get like that. Like I'm gonna pop your carry instantly value when like you got 4 of them.
Yeah, I think Talia actually does have a decent matchup in the Zed. If you can clump your front line enough, the Zed has a hard time shooting through it, so you can get a couple casts off.
Still both one.
Yeah.
You can proc Edge of Night with one, and then you can kill the Zed with the other. But in this scenario, I mean, Milk has like 10 carries on his board.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he has so many items, such a strong board.
It's like not just a Zed board anymore, right?
Yeah.
It's like.
It's going to be an interesting thing where we might see potentially Setsuko die very early, and then all of stage 6 is just Milk versus Souless.
Yeah.
Which would be interesting because I don't even know who would be the one favorite right now. Obviously, Souless has more HP, but is Milk just too strong for Souless?
I feel like.
Oh,
sorry, no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say Souless might like have a ton of money as well. We know him. We know he likes to play for the cap. So
it's true.
He might have been saving up Soul for Aphelios 3.
Yeah.
He was 0 gold a lot, but I guess he was also shooting the entire game. Right? So he's.
I haven't seen. I just haven't seen. I was just.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I feel like Milk. I mean, just with the underground cash out, there's so many extra resources pumped into his board that I'd imagine Milk would come out on top. But Souless can definitely pull something together.
Yeah, we got a glimpse. He's level 9, 50 gold, rolling with a champion duplicator on bench. I think he needs to play for a 3-star this game to win.
Yeah.
Well, Leona 2 for Setsuko. I wonder if that's going to change anything. Looking at the board stage here for Souless, looks like he actually hasn't improved very much since we last saw him like a stage ago.
I don't like him rolling this deep, personally. If he's playing for first, I feel like you want to save up as much gold as you can, and then just try all in.
He has a duplicator as well.
Yeah,
with 92 HP, you're under no pressure.
He can do it, yeah. He can do it for sure.
Okay, going against Setsuko. Oh, trying to get the early castle to the Viego.
Oh, and he jumps away, so he doesn't kill the Leona.
Oh my god. Setsuko able to get the moves onto Souless.
That's so big.
Really impressive position from here from Setsuko.
The issue for Setsuko here is that Milk is the one for low HP, right? And so if he's trying to get that top 2, then he has to go through a lot of Souless HP before. Especially if Milk is winning the Setsuko head-to-head. So have to see how that goes first.
Looks like Souless is like deep rolling still.
I think he's just looking for this Aphelios, I think. I mean, I would imagine.
I mean, he does hit it.
Play 2 of them. Okay, I don't know if he knows this, but you can't select different guns.
Yeah,
it has
it's the same
to
guns for both. Exactly. So you can see it's actually underneath Aphelios' feet. You see he's kind of surrounded by runic symbols. They're both choosing the Onslaught gun here.
Who balances this?
Well, the Zed is directly onto the 2 Ophelio, so one of them might go down very quickly, but can the other one survive?
Our sports bought so much time there.
That was a big heal.
Yeah.
Milks. At least he killed the Ophelios, but now there's still the other Viego around.
Oh my!
Oh, and
Wait,
Viego does it.
The heal was from the Alistar, right?
Yeah.
Alistar was the MVP of this round.
I'm telling you, man, this Alistar unit is pretty good.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact, Alistar is the best unit odds for loaded dice.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like 46% at 8.
He's his own best friend.
It's kind of nuts.
Poor guy.
You can't milk those.
Oh, but you can.
Okay, what does Milk do to cap out here?
He's just going for Vein 3, I guess.
Oh, he just sold it to...
Oh, you're
he
right.
just sold all his veins to go for something. I wonder what he's looking for.
Setsuko actually has a real shot at top 2, which would just be mind-blowing. Setsuko switched the other side. Oh no, that was Souless instead.
Is he clumped up enough?
Nah, I think the Zed gets through here.
There's Janus CC coming out. Cinder can toss something in.
Oh.
Oh, Zed looks right. Okay.
Oh, the second wind?
It looks promising.
But there's just so much left alive on those four.
You know, he doesn't have anti-heal either.
Okay. Good effort. That was a very valiant effort from Setsuko.
That was a good try. I think no anti-heal is a really, really big deal in that matchup.
Yes, it makes sense.
Because that just goes infinite.
Shroud on the carousel.
I think it's banned, but yeah.
Going for Aegis, and both of them were beelining for it. Souless also spent a lot of time on the carousel running towards it. He didn't have time to even go for a Shroud, potentially. That's fascinating.
We don't go to stage 7 very often anymore, but this feels like one of those games that if Milk could get a few good wins, like we could be sitting at like a 7-2 even.
Yeah.
I can see it for sure.
Yeah, I'm wondering what he wants to cap out on here. What do you drop in this spot?
He could just be looking for more Aegis. I mean, you have a second Sejin.
Yeah.
If you find a Leona.
Oh, yeah, true.
Which is interesting. I think I talked about this a lot when we saw that Sejuani got buffed in PB. I think playing 2 does have its merits, especially if you can stagger them.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah.
Chain stunning. It ends up becoming like 5 seconds or something.
Chain stun, man. Yep.
All right, well, we'll see how it goes.
That's right.
So I do like the decision, by the way. We didn't really touch on it too much, but Onslaught for Ophelios, it's good against the hacker units. Okay, we didn't see it much right there, but conceptually, it's good against the hacker units because the unit will jump onto the Onslaught and they'll just tank the entire thing.
Right.
Yeah, it's actually not always stun gun.
Yeah.
Oh?
I mean, it took the Edge of Night here, so maybe that was the fight difference, right?
Whew. And this Viego just absolutely popping off. Just like the absolute 1v10 machine.
You could see Milk checking that augment going, what is this augment? Why is this broken?
He's dumbfounded.
I mean, he's more like probably just examining if there's anything he could do.
Yeah.
Milk's actually quite serious in these spots, trying to think about what he can do, but I don't feel like there's much he can.
He found the 4 Aegis, so we'll see if that makes a difference.
Yeah. Milk is very disciplined. I think 4 Aegis will make a pretty sizable difference. So these fights
What about this double redemption? Is that going to swing things potentially?
It could.
Yeah, there is.
If he puts the
it can stop Viego from getting some resets, right?
I could see it from getting Sejuani a second cast actually.
Yeah.
Right. Might end up being really good against like that onslaught from Ophelios.
Yeah.
We'll see. The Sejuani cast kind of misses the right side. He wants to get the Zed to kill units.
The Ophelios again. I don't know if did the GA proc
Oh.
already.
Oh.
Yep.
All right.
Everything's clumped for the Viego though.
Yeah, this Viego is looking to kill everything, but I don't think he's going to be able to.
I mean, this is what
Zed's
we saw
pretty
last
healthy.
time. Yeah. And then the Viego's just going to like one-tap the Zed here.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on.
Does he have Oxford still?
He dodged it!
Oh.
Challenger level dodges.
Faker, what was that?
Did I just do it like 5 more times?
Does Doe
He's
still
like,
live in
what, 3 more
SoCal? We
times?
should get him over here if he is. Oh no, he's in Korea. That's right.
Were you talking about having Faker on the couch?
No, I was talking about Doa. I was
Doa.
doing his call, man. Put some respect on his name.
Why
But
not both?
Doa's chilling in Korea right now.
Apologies.
I mean, a 5th Aegis would be pretty sweet here too.
Yeah.
What do you cut for it? Is the question.
Zed.
You could. I mean,
Do you
you
need
could
3 hacker?
if he was a little bit richer, he could drop out of 4 duelists. He's playing in Fiora and Yasuo right now.
Yeah, just because you wanted to place that second. It's like Aegis and then like some other high-value unit, but the gold isn't there
I
right
think
now,
a
right?
fiddle would be like totally fine.
Yeah, if he finds one.
I can see that too.
He has Souless has 2
2
champion
duplicators? Wait, he has. We're a Nunu
Oh
away.
my god.
We're a Nunu away.
Oh.
You gotta roll faster. You gotta start selling your board. Don't be distracted. Hold the line. Soulless. I guess we're also Viego away.
Yeah, 1 Viego from Viego 3. He also has time. He could lose twice here, still be able to.
Oh, he's
go
62 HP. You are right. He does have time.
He has a lot of time. Oh, he's trying to have the Leona catch the Zed. And he's correct, at least with the positioning.
So here's where the hacker RNG comes into play. And
Yep.
oh,
he stays on the Aphelios.
Ah,
and she
but the jump. Nice try, guys.
She's decided he lives to tell another tale for the day.
I'm rooting for the Nunu 3 here.
I am too.
I think.
I'm pretty sure we're not going to get it.
Looking like it's curtains though, yeah.
No.
Good try by Milk.
All right.
Nice try.
Second is not bad.
All right, let's see. Milk's gonna come down, complain about his spot.
Is he?
I don't know.
I feel like
he got everything going his way.
Yeah, honestly, he really can't
isn't,
complain.
Isn't that the best time for him to complain about his spot, if you think about it? You can't be fair weather.
I suppose so.
You just can't.
Yeah.
You got to lean into the identity here.
First down
Socks
is
down
Socks.
first.
Do you want to say anything, or you just kind of want to go next?
Oh, was Socks in that game?
What's up, Socks? How's your game?
Soulless might have gone first, but me and DK, both of us were going 7 and 8. We were literally confirmed 7 and 8. We were like 20 HP, 19 HP, and then we somehow got 4th and 5th. So I'm pretty sure we got first and they got second.
Okay.
Okay.
Those are some of the best feelings, turning those 7 days into 4/5.
Yeah, we can now definitely say they played the best TFT that game. 100%.
Also, DQA,
No
the mech crest, it just looked like it was super awkward for you like all game.
Oh man, I was so lost the whole game. It was not lit. I had no idea what I was doing, but I just went 4th with Jax too. Like, how's that even possible? And then you just see Souless over there. He takes double trouble on 2-1. And then at Kurumx, he just has 2 Viegos. Like, how is that even possible?
Yeah,
Like,
we saw.
He's just better. That's all it is.
100 HP.
Are you familiar
It's
with
just so
the
strange.
mech Soraka tech? It's something that more dog and Iniko approved.
Mech Soraka, nope. Honestly, like, I just got offered the Jax augment on 3-2, and I was just like, okay, I mean, I'm playing for like 8th. And then I donkey rolled for all of stage 4 for set, and I could not find a set for the life of me, and I just see Souless just has 5 Viegos over there. Like what's going on? Like,
just get good, man. You have 5 minutes to do that because we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to have the final game here at day 2 of TFT Summit. And then some Mafia. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to the Teamfight Tactics Summit. It's time for the final game of day number 2. Man, what a fun day it's been. We're joined by Asa, who's going to be providing commentary for the last game. Asa, how's your summit so far, man?
Oh, it's been so fun. Like, the first day when we got here, we had to wake up at like before 9 a.m., which I didn't like that part. But other than that, everything's been amazing.
What time do you usually wake up?
Oh, like noon or later.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Must be nice. Abby's is a really early riser. He's actually the only person, I think, that's been waking up to stream every day at like 7 a.m., right?
Yeah. I've been I'm going to bed at like 1 and then getting up at like 5:30 to come over and stream until something starts.
Wait,
Dude,
don't
that's
you
crazy.
sleep?
Not yet. Why didn't
Wait, are you like sleeping early or what?
No, I'm trying to, and then I just can't sleep. I think this is like different area, you know, thinking about Zed in my dreams.
Thinking about
Zed wakes
Zed.
me up. And
Oh, it was a nightmare. I thought you were. I thought it was the opposite. I thought it was a stimulation or whatever.
But yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, don't let me get in your way.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that is crazy though. I mean, by the time I get back, I just knock out like straight up. I think I'm, you know, very professional and all, waking up at like 7:30, you know, a little bit earlier than everybody else, and we got this guy just waking up at 5 a.m.
I know.
I'm not even the riser.
Yeah.
Gangly was up pretty safely before me today, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I went down to eat breakfast, and so I get out of the elevator, I go to the hall, and I just turn the wrong way. And he's like, hey, 'cause I thought it was the other side of the hall.
Right.
I always wake up at like the same time as like 5 other people, because it's like 8:50. We gotta be on the shuttle at 9.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, every morning it's Appies and Mort Dog just chilling and talking. It's just the early risers. Yeah. All right, so coming up on the last day, or last game of the day, and as we mentioned, afterwards we're going to be playing Mafia. Ace, are you playing Mafia? I heard you're really good at Mafia. Is that true?
I used to play a lot, but I haven't played in years. I used to play so much though, but not in years. So.
This is what he says about melee too.
I'm not. I'm not good at melee. Have you seen this Dan guy play?
Wait, what? Okay, actually, yesterday, Appies and I got thrashed in duos or doubles for Smash, and then they kept offering us like, oh, you guys want to change teams, or we're gonna play like our worst characters, and I said no. We're gonna stay here and play until we win, and then we won twice.
Yeah.
Which is 2 more times than we should have. Because, I mean, Appies doesn't play melee, he plays ultimate.
Yeah, no, this is by no fault, Dan. In no way Dan's fault, because I suck. And he was
I'm proud of you, man. Give me a fist bump.
Yeah, no, we got a lot better by the end. We were really getting it together.
No, we were really improving. We were schmooving by the end of it. Fantastic. I can't wait to
was
throw it
wrecking
down.
me earlier for a little bit.
Yes. Oh, also, by the way, for people who are like fans of TFT and Smash Bros, we have Kenshin, aka Hotbit, in the house, who's going to be hosting Mafia and also probably throwing down in Smash right now with some folks.
He's playing with Zane.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. But you may have seen him most recently featured in the drama with Panda Global.
Yeah.
Really fun, that Hotbit. He's a huge TFT fan too, if you didn't know that.
Yeah, super cool.
Okay, everyone's like, all right, well,
in the process. Yeah, I mean, there's a surprising amount of overlap. I think we talked about this at the beginning of the first day, but you know, like the Buzz, Void, at least like Ultimate side, there's a lot of people who play Smash. Play TFT that also plays.
You know who hit me up for coaching? Atrioc, because he's part of Boxbox's event. Tied to 20K.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's cool.
All right, I can finally take off this mask. It was in honor of Kurumx.
Oh, wait, Flightsy's playing for him?
Yeah. Flightsy is playing for him,
okay.
yes.
Yeah, he's too sick.
Yeah, he's sick at the moment, but we wish him well. In the meantime, let's go into the game.
This is the pain carousel where it's just Crick Gloves, Tears, and like 2 cloaks.
I think we had 6 people beeline to the belt.
I should have Flightsy play for me today.
No, he popped off. He went first and then 6th. Well, okay, the 6th wasn't pop off, but it was like a good 6th because he was about to go 8th and then he saved it with 2 placements.
That's a 3.5 average. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. Not bad. No, look at Ace. Always look at the silver lining.
Okay, so great start here though for Dallas. You can go IE Blitzcrank, super strong unit.
Oh, you don't want to do that though. it might kill the creep too fast.
Oh,
honestly, even
right.
this glove is kind of a low roll. Ideally, you want like
this is your tech.
Yeah, you want like a cloak or like something that doesn't give him extra damage is the bottom line.
Yeah, because you want to. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's true. You can apply the Nico tech here.
I don't know. Why do you not want to kill the creeps fast?
Because he wants to tilt his opponents by making the creep rounds last longer.
Yeah.
But what Nico doesn't know is that by doing that, I finally might have enough time to buy my shot.
Yeah, I feel like that helps your opponent.
Wait a minute, that's kind of true.
Hey, isn't that the worst? You get like you wait. It's the very last creep. It drops like 6 gold, and you want to buy your whole shot, but you only buy 2 of them or whatever because you can't click fast enough.
I've been petitioning Mortdog occasionally every few months. Can we add 1 second to the end of?
Yeah,
Maybe
just 1 second, please, or at least like make it more responsive when I know I clicked it.
Just this one round. This one round.
It's this round.
Like you go to click everyone, everything in your shop at once. You buy one thing and everything else just stays there.
And it's such a big deal if you're able to pair up, for example, on something really important.
Because like on Krugs and Wolves, you usually have enough gold to just buy the units you want, and then like
yeah.
Yes, agreed.
But this, you gotta sell. You gotta fast sell and then buy these units if you want them. 3 Renegade Shop, Anima.
You have to mentally prepare for what you want to sell and buy.
And it's like sometimes it changes too because the combination of these 2-3 shops may make you think differently.
Yeah, I'm honestly down. Just give everyone 10 gold.
Oh my god,
yeah,
combat
20
training
gold.
is in this set? I've never even seen this augment.
Really? Combat training has some really fun dank builds.
Day 1.
Oh, you did?
Cool.
Oh,
Were you casting that game? I thought. Oh, never mind.
I guess probably not.
I don't think I was.
But
someone told me you were, but
I apologize if I was.
Man, we stream all the games so that we can watch everybody, and this guy doesn't even know.
Have you been watching the games today, Asa?
I've been watching some of them.
Okay.
I can confirm we were playing Melee for a bit.
I feel like Ace has kind of been moping in the back a little bit.
Yeah, I had to go play some Super's Mech Draven. right after I went 8.
Yeah, just take a load off, finally relax.
Trust me when I say I know how you feel. But combat training is really fun. I'm actually a little bit sad that Dallas took a safe Exile route. Can't blame him. Totally solid, but I do think combat training is one of the most fun augments to play around.
You want like an Ash or like maybe a Kale potentially. Maybe not that one.
Oh, actually it's true. Kale can actually carry with combat training.
I had a Vayne on 2-1s when I took it.
Yeah, duelists use it so well, right? The attack speed works so well that it's like you want it on a duelist over a sure shot because it just works better with the trait, but then like it's like Kale versus Ash. It's like okay.
It's true, but you're still playing supers and
it's still super good for sure. And honestly, it's probably even better than the Ashe as long as you get it online.
This feels pretty bad though to take Exiles, which is just supposed to be a strong combat augment, and you don't kill any units.
His board is not the best at the moment. He doesn't have any upgrades. Now they're coming through. He has the copy too. He
the
can
Neil
put in the
as well.
defender. Yeah, like he's working his way up. The other thing too, I know I was actually talking with somebody about this earlier. We have Ashe for like a really strong backline unit in this set.
Oh.
Like Lulu can kill units, but there aren't a ton of strong backliners, and Bebe is.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. I need. Oh, it's trade sector. Okay, I need some clarity. I'm like, first of all,
are they 3 for 3?
They're
Bebe and Milk?
Yes, they have underground every game. So that's the first comment. The second comment, he hit a 2% Sejuani, which is just really crazy given his board state. The third element was how did he even get that Sejuani in the shop? But
he has the one component start. I think he just pushed all the way.
He has all the.
Oh
the
yeah,
gold.
true.
He might have literally pre-leveled 5.
No, he didn't pre-level because he had trade sector. So.
I know, but he might have. You know what I mean?
Actually, you know what? I could see Bebe doing it.
Yeah.
Milk was complaining about other teams getting this all of yesterday.
Underground.
Turns out complaining works.
Well, I think.
New tag.
I mean, we've also seen Underground like not just completely steamroll the lobbies, but we have seen our fair share of Underground being way too strong as well.
Yeah, I mean, you can beat it, right? Like Souless last game beat it. All it took was 2 Viegos on 4-1-6.
I think it's just, it follows like the common problem that these big cash out trades, and maybe it's not a problem, but just for lack of a better word,
right.
Where in the right hands they can be so extremely powerful at just guaranteeing at least like top 3.
Yeah.
Ooh, Super's Heart. Is there a preferred build with Super's Heart, or is it just kind of like whatever reroll you want?
I think you can drop whatever you want, and like you just see what you start hitting, right?
Right.
Nico might have some tech.
Oh, I don't like Super's Heart that much right now.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Right now, I think it can be good. I just don't really like it at the moment.
It feels like a fawn on some boards.
Yeah. What unit does it give you? Malphite?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's Malphite. I mean, I'm a big believer of Super's mascot in general, just because I feel like it's such a strong comp to be able to get online, and it's like one of those like comps that once you stabilize, you can actually win out. So
yeah.
I personally like it. In fact, it gives you a Malphite. It makes me lean that way.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing is, right, is that Malphite and Lee, like if you 3-star both of them, they're good frontline for whatever you want. And a lot of the reroll comps that you play with Super aren't going to want the GP. Like the duelist ones, obviously you're going to want the GP, but there are a lot of lines you can take with Super Hard that the fact that you don't have to play that GP is so good for a board.
I feel like in the Ashe reroll, though, a lot of times you're rolling 4-1 cost, which looks like what he's going for. So you just natural GP3
that's true.
a lot of times.
It kind of depends.
It's interesting you guys talking about it because I was actually talking with Moore earlier today. I was picking his brain a little bit. I asked him if they had any intention of maybe like buffing Malphite and like nerfing Supers overall to compensate, because I think Malphite is like one of the weakest units in the game right now.
Interesting. I think, well, I do think that Malphite in general is weak. But I think his support augment is kind of bonkers.
Yeah. Guardian Spirit?
Yeah, where it heals 20% when your unit's cast. It's like, what the heck is
You can put it on literally any board.
Especially, considering that like he's innately, you're re-rolling a lot when he's on your board, you can get so much out of it.
It's disgusting. So yeah, Mort did actually tell me this morning they're reworking the Lee Sin carry augment.
Okay.
Right now it's the one that like triples attack speed whenever he shields.
Can you leak this?
No. Yeah. It just gives him attack speed.
So currently the version they're working on is to reduce the mana cost, and then I think it's attack speed.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. For the whole team, or?
Basically, he's just going to be like casting way faster, and being like a much stronger support unit.
I can kind of see that being a little bit scary, actually. I think Lee is quite good right now.
Oh, interesting. That's so fascinating because I've heard many people who I respect also say they think Lee Sin's really underwhelming.
Really?
It's probably because his tags are really good if you're trying to reroll.
I think that if you have the right super setup, if you itemize Lee, he can tank for so long.
Oh, that's how I feel about Malphite. I like Malphite.
Interesting. Interesting. You guys are on the opposite sides of that. Either way, that makes it, just shows you that there's a lot more to this tree than just pressing the DK mindlessly.
I will say again on the point of Super +1 is that it makes it way easier to reroll 2 costs, I think.
I will say the game I just played right before coming in here, I rerolled Mech Dravens with Super Heart. I didn't need gameplay because I'm rerolling on level 6.
It felt really good, right?
Played Mech Draven.
It was, I mean, I had League of Draven on 2-1, so.
Dude, China thinks Mech Draven
super good.
was
actually,
good.
with the augment.
Okay, so here's the thing. There was a lot of Draven builds I was trying to save for this tournament, and then he got completely destroyed. But I was showing off one of them in the lobby, and I was telling Iniko, I was like, man, I show you some tech and you're flaming me. And he's like, what tech, bro? And then 2 hours later, Mort drops the patch notes for BB of how he guts Draven.
I'm saying what tech because everybody knows about it.
Yeah, but no one played in any of the in-houses.
It's because people were trying to keep it in tech.
Ah, sure, man. Can't win with this guy. He just always is on the winning side of the argument, no matter what.
You have to make a winning argument to win against him. That's the problem.
That's why you just play viewer games and don't do a single in-house.
Yeah, that's why I solo queue, exactly.
No, everyone was convinced that Draven was, at least the people I was playing with. Maybe it was just the people I was
You were just playing with noobs. I think.
Yeah. Oh, Bryce is here to relieve me because I have it's pizza. Actually, no, the line's long. Give me like 5 minutes.
Pizza.
Endless pizza?
True. We have pizza tonight being served for dinner. There's a lot of boxes. Endless pizza is broken.
It seems finite from this perspective, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Really?
Actually, if I don't,
pretty endless from here.
Yeah, that's a lot.
They have a lot more boxes behind them.
They
still
feed
can't
us so
believe-
much.
I
It's
can't believe
awesome.
Mortdog said that Endless Pizza was his favorite team name.
Yeah, no, that is
not
really?
unforgivable.
But the thing is, you knew he was bluffing because he said, this team is my favorite team name. And I was like, what's the team name? And he just like sat there, and then Iniko was like, Endless Pizza. And then Mortdog kind of like realized, he's like, yeah.
No,
that's my favorite.
you caught him. You caught him. That was a good call out.
I think he was trying to get a rise.
That was a
Oh,
mafia
maybe he
right
maybe
there.
he thought
That
it was still the old
was.
team name for
Oh,
Setsuko.
maybe
I
he
love
used
it.
the height.
Yes, baby.
Content.
I love it.
I
Bebe is
love
a
the
content
pop-
machine.
Are we allowed to say what Setsuko's old team would have been? Or is that not
yeah,
allowed?
sure.
With
Why not?
Emily
Let it
White.
rip. What is it?
Sub Caitlyn fans?
Oh,
Oh.
but I don't know who Sub Caitlyn is. Can you explain, Asa?
I don't really know either, but I think she's like a popular female streamer that
That's
has
what
like
Setsuko
a lot of,
follows.
And
Oh, he's
so-
a tier 3 sub too. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Okay.
In an earlier set, when back in the ancient days of TFT, when Dallas was a consistent streamer, he actually got on her stream for a dating show, I believe.
Got it. So
or
it's actually
or a dating
Dallas.
session, let's say. I don't know if it was a whole show.
I see.
Yeah. W Riz.
We do have the Sivir. Actually, you know, it's how hilarious is it, just as a side note, that we actually have Pizza Sivir throwing pizzas and then
so
the pizza heals
Yeah.
people.
That's so funny.
And also,
so
Setsuko
random.
has Archangel, Shojin, Talia on 3-1.
You just know that designers were probably just like high out of their minds and just be like, you know what we should do? We should just have the pizza Sivir in and the pizza heal.
Yeah.
And they're eating pizza as they make this idea. They're like, dude, you're a genius.
Mort, I have best idea, man.
You just know it. Oh, it's the support Alistar augment. Okay, look, I think this augment is just underrated. I don't think it's like super broken. But he does have Ox Force
like
Crest. It's actually a good setup for it.
I love this anyone. If you play Viego with this
Yeah.
thing, like, you just, oh my god.
I think this anyone with Viego is just, it's
so
so
gross.
valued. It's so good.
Dan, I think this Alistar one is terrible.
No, there's no way.
You're just a hater,
do.
Asa.
There's
You're just
no
a
way.
hater.
No, I do.
Okay. Let me pull up tactics.tools.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, you guys
know
can stay
it's
on
good
that
on
couch over
Tactics.tools
there.
because you play an Alistar on your comp.
No.
We have the tactics
Wait, you gotta look at
tools fans
Alistar's,
over here.
Alistar's win rate first.
And then me and Appy's over here on this couch.
I'll do a
being
second,
the
but
real
it's-
innovative.
Oh, yeah. But it's definitely stun gun every time.
It's not bad. See?
Okay, but what's Alistar's win rate?
Okay. I mean, actually, I don't know.
Oh, go to stash unit.
Sorry about that, viewers at home. Dan is currently glued to his phone.
No. This is
Yeah.
important.
No, we're doing research,
4.31.
okay. So by taking the Alistar augment, you lower his win rate by 0.2 on every stage.
This Galio's kind of Giga Chat. Look at it go. With the Annie
Because
augment?
Alistar's base
the Annie
win rate
augment
is
and
very
the-
high, so
the
all of his
Sivir healing?
augments.
I was sorting by silver. Let me sort by.
I'll wait, guys. I'll wait. It's okay. I'm just trying to talk about the TFT game over here. Don't mind me.
That's the one taboo thing at TFT Summit. You can't talk about TFT.
That's true, yeah. The whole chat probably spamming TFT Bedge right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I stayed.
Or exclamation point drops.
You know what?
Yeah.
The stats are fake, Asa, because people don't know how to play around this augment.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, I played a game of Clear Mind today. Sox comes up behind me. Oh, you know, Clear Mind averages a 5-point blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, you know what I'm doing? I'm raising the stats. I'm bringing
Someone has to.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got second that game.
Here you go.
Nice job.
Actually, no, wait. I got first. Never mind. I'm a beast.
Okay, would you ever roll ones here, you're holding like 6 pairs.
I don't think so. I don't even think. The thing is, like, the only thing that spikes him significantly is probably the Annie, right?
Yeah, and you have to get to Viego this game, right?
Yeah. So for,
fair,
just for that
fair.
reason, I think I'd probably hold it. I'd probably go level 7
It just feels so bad to hold so much onto your bench. You kind of know you're at an important juncture of the game.
You're not that weak here either, right? You have a Galio too. You have a sure shot in the back with Samira. Like you're okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he gets clapped.
He has no items. Though.
He's close to getting strong.
But I mean, so he has strong items, which like translates to damage with sure shot scaling, right?
Wait, this was actually better than I thought it would be.
Yeah. He's very close. He just needs like a couple more items on stuff.
Okay. All right, I see it. I see it.
I would have been down to roll.
I think it's debatable, and I think that's what makes this set really cool. Is I think there's many spots like this where it's just an unconventional roll timing.
I think this Annie augment is like a win out augment.
Viewers,
right? Like you can just
viewers at home will notice, by the way, Asa and I are 2 for 2 on disagreeing with each other about certain spots. This will be a recurring theme.
Oh, just so you guys know, Iniko is usually wrong.
That is not true. I respect Asa tremendously as a player, but I think every time I'm in call with this guy, we have disagreed about every single point that's ever been brought up.
I mean, that can only happen if you're wrong a lot, so.
Oh, we're trying to decide who's more right, Asa or Iniko?
Yeah,
I think I have the track record to support myself.
Oh, which set?
Well, let's see. Hold on. No, it's not about performance in sets, Bryce. That's where the misconception
No, I don't even
lies.
mean
It's
performance.
about
I mean,
who's right.
I know, rightness, yeah.
I recall there was an argument that Asa and I had about a certain unit. We bet subs on it, on how it worked. And who won that? Who won the bet, Asa?
Oh, wait, we need more context before we make him say he lost. What was the unit?
So
What was the bet about?
Okay, so the bet was whether Swain does auto attack damage through Shen's ultimate in set 7.0. It did for like a long time.
But
at the time of the bet, it did not.
They had patched it out, and I, the sole literate player of Teamfight Tactics, read the patch notes sometime before that and knew. And I played Asa like a fiddle and earned that sub.
I got completely scammed because I was telling them. It is true. Because they knew what was going on. I was like, I played this, it clearly worked, and they're like, oh, they didn't say it was a recent patch. They could have included that information, but instead they decided to hustle me for like 10 bucks.
Wait a second. If you can't hustle your friends for $10, who can you hustle for $10?
Not your friends.
Oh, your enemies.
Your enemies?
Yeah.
Oh, Milk, where you at?
Bebe just took a cash out.
Yeah.
Oh, he's 85 HP.
What a coward.
Bitch.
Wait, was that was 2, right? Or was it 3?
I think it was 2. We caught the tail end of it.
Yeah.
It looked like 2.
Yeah.
The important thing is that it's clearly cowardice, no matter how many.
Yeah.
I would agree. Yep.
That's
I
surprising.
Like that.
I mean, this spot you could probably just like go for the. I mean, we're talking about 7 heist. You know, maybe like there's a.
He did the same thing earlier actually when he was like had the underground emblem and he was really healthy and we had 5 underground and we thought he might push it and he didn't. He was like, no, I'm good. So maybe he just like values getting that board strength earlier.
Yeah. In his defense, he is really rich right now. Level 750 on 3-6. We don't see this kind of econ much nowadays.
I guess the question is, would you guys take the cash out in his spot?
I mean, I didn't see exactly what the cash out was.
It was gold.
If it's a bunch of gold, then I actually was in that exact spot earlier and I did take it.
Yeah, I think
first.
it's fair.
I think that taking gold at the end of stage 3 specifically is really good because the reason why fast aiding is bad right now is not because the units aren't good to play around, not because there's value there. It's because the way in which gold works in the game right now, because a lot of there is no kind of standard econ trait that's just giving you a bunch of gold, and so you can't afford to. It's too expensive to go 8 on 4-2 and roll down. Although he's not even fast aiding, he's rolling more here.
I think
he's just rolling a trade sector.
Yeah.
We have yet to see what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Now that
Really-
he's 5 LeBlancs, maybe.
Yeah.
And it was actually this exact spot. I had trade sector, and I was like, oh, if I go 8 early, I just get infinite more value out of the trade sector. So I think this makes a ton of sense.
Something really interesting that we just missed actually was so we were looking at the spot with the Annie, right? Who was that actually that had that?
It was Sox.
It was Sox. Sox actually slammed Last Whisper. So looks like he's leaning more towards an AD comp with that Ox Force spat in that.
Okay.
And probably because he has a Samira already, but just you know.
Yeah, I like it.
This last Whisper item is so important.
Yeah.
Not just on Samira, basically any AD carry, it feels like. If you're trying to play without Last Whisper, you are trolling.
Shred is like, I feel like Shred is so important.
Yeah, Shiv is also like giga broken right
he's
now.
Playing Ox
Yeah, when I
Force
play
set.
AD, I
attack.
need Last Whisper.
Ox Force said.
Do you guys go Runins or Sword Item here?
Okay, here's my take. I do not like Last Whisper on Zed. I think it can be useful. I think that almost always, like, you just end up not needing it because you teleport him to the backline anyway. That being said, he doesn't have Hacker in right now, so
what about Giant Slayer for the back line?
We talked about this earlier. I sort of disagree with this take. I get where you're coming from, because it is intuitive that if Zed winds up on like the Misfortune right away, then the Last Whisper is doing essentially nothing. Completely fair. But you're assuming that you get your Zed onto the correct target every single time, which is not actually just a player skill thing. There's a huge amount of RNG that goes into whether or not, like when you're still at the stage of the game and you have a bunch of different opponents, are you actually going to play who you think you're going to play? Let's say it's a 2/3, 1/3, someone swaps, whatever. And so with Last Whisper, if you miss and you kill like a useless unit back there, you roll through the front line, you can actually still win the fight. Without Last Whisper, you get stuck on the front line, you lose every time.
Totally valid point. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, so
Let's see, think about Ox Force here. That could be interesting.
That-
Eight
yeah,
Ox Force.
that's a big number.
He needs the Aphelios for 8.
I will also
can
say,
sure.
You can play around 6 for now and then just get to 8, right? 'Cause that's a huge cap. Okay,
people
so
have gotten
impressive.
better at positioning around Zed, Hacker Zed as well. Because, you know, day 1 was a tournament, was yesterday. The set has been out for like very little time, but now...
Yeah, people are third rowing their carries and like putting like backline catchers and trying to abuse the fact that Hacker has been coded to force it to the back to attack backline units.
Yeah, it's interesting to me because people actually haven't figured out the real Hacker targeting. Which I mean, should I like leak this tech?
Oh
actually
yeah. Let's leak some tech.
So I actually stumbled upon this by accident. I was walking by the control room. I was lost in the studio, and Mortog was actually in there on his panel as he does. And what I noticed is that for every single Hacker Zed, he was blindfolding himself, throwing a dart at a dartboard with pictures of the enemy units on there, and just choosing who Zed would end up attacking. And he would manually select
That's
it
why he brings dartboard in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just a Nico guy. You think this guy likes hanging out on the couch, tries to hide all the tech, and you think one time he's going to share something real with the people, with the good people of the TFT community that are just trying to be out here and learn the set and have some fun.
I shared a lot when you weren't on the couch, actually. I have to hide it for you. I gave you like what, 1 or 2 tips yesterday, and suddenly you're 1, 2, 3 today.
Highest scoring individual in a day.
You should be giving me tech.
Yeah.
Yeah. My tech is to steal tech from everyone else.
Oh.
By default, I like to put
If you could see, look up Bryce's face as he said that.
I like to put my tank where the LeBlanc is and the carry 1 to the left above it.
Yes, that is exactly right. I agree with that. And also, you have to be thoughtful. I also, so I actually don't put the tank where the LeBlanc is. I put it where the Zoe is.
Yeah.
Because it's going to aggro there, and you might as well create some extra space. And I also think that the way in which Hacker works, it will oftentimes continue to focus on backline units. So if you put a tank where the Zoe was, and then you put a range unit to the right, oftentimes you can force the Zed to walk across the backline as opposed to turning around and doing your primary carry.
And I will be building Zephyr every time I play against you guys. Now that you've shown me your default positioning.
You're a known rat.
Oh, that's not true at all. And the only way I ever do it is if I am forced to. Mortog literally comes up, ties my hands behind my back, and slams a Zephyr.
So I think there's something that gets really strong because there's no assassin like trait, right? It's Hacker. There's one unit jumping. Well, I think an underrated thing this set that gets really strong because of that is the no mix-up. If you know, I've found a lot this tournament that if I don't move my carry, they just think like 10 steps ahead, and they do it for me.
They juke themselves.
I got owned by Dish Soap positioning like the first 2 games we played together. Like every single time he ate my lunch, and then I figured it out. And I'm definitely not leaking this tech. But I think that I might own Dish Soap now. I think that there's like a meaningful amount of mind games when you play in a lobby with someone over and over and over again. He got me 0 times today in terms of side selection.
Okay.
So,
maybe you can play that out in Mafia. If
oh,
you're in his
that
head.
sounds fun.
Yeah.
I'm down.
No, I mean I think like when it's one unit, people like they try to sweat it out, but then also there's like, okay, I'm just gonna move it like last second. It's fine.
Totally. The no mix up is a strong play.
You have to show you're willing to move, and then you just never move again.
Oh, I think you need to mix it up. You need to mix up your no mix up. Sometimes it's correct to do the no mix up, and sometimes you gotta swap.
The mix up is the no mix up after the no mix up.
Oh, yeah.
Right, because
You guys look like you're mixing up Ace's brain over there.
I was just really interested that Milk sold a Prankster to prioritize making 10 gold even on 25 HP. Wow. He weakened his board, but then at the end he decided to put in the Rammus.
This Asa guy is a sweat. He's a sweat on the desk.
I'm watching the game.
He's just a student of the game.
Okay, I'm down to listen to you guys when you guys aren't talking about something completely pointless.
What are you talking about?
Wait,
that is the anti-Zed tech.
Yeah.
If you've been paying attention, you would have the knowledge that we just imparted.
Yeah, the knowledge that you're not telling how you choose to decide whether to swap side or not. Yes, that's great knowledge.
100% chance to not get killed by Zed 50% of the time.
Yeah. That's math. That's math even
it works out.
Big if true. I am actually a certified math magician. It does check out.
Also, so we've been talking about how broken Neela is for a while. For anyone who does not know how to position Neela, just put her in between 2 units in front line, and she just heals everyone. It's crazy.
Yeah,
which is exactly what I'm doing here.
Are you implying there's better positioning, Appies?
No.
That you'd like to share with the entire couch and also all of ladder?
Well, do you know that Neela can heal 1.5 hexes?
Yes. I went RFC. Okay,
Wait, how do you
coolest part
abuse
of this set is
you can't.
no, you can. You go Neela 2 with RFC behind Annie when you have the augment that does damage and shield. And she just heals infinite.
Now we're sharing some tech.
No, I played this.
Welcome,
It's
Twitch
good.
chat.
It's good. Yeah,
You heard it here first. The line is bow start, slam RFC, put it on Neela,
behind
gain
Annie.
LP.
No, you have to have the augment that makes it so that she hurts people when they hit her shield, right? Because then she just like constantly takes solo frontline. You heal her up constantly. She's constantly shielding. She just kills everyone. And then you play Zed and you die.
This is tech.
Yeah.
Well, you don't die if you do the no mix-up, no mix-up,
You can't.
mix-up,
You're just middle of the board.
mix-up. Oh.
Oh, no, actually, if one more mix-up, maybe.
Oh,
maybe.
yeah.
The final mix-up.
The problem is, though, she doesn't hit her ult. She doesn't do damage with her ult in that situation. So Annie can't die. If she does, you're boned.
Okay. Returning to the game.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there's a game.
There's a game happening.
Yeah.
The HP is super close. This is anybody's game. Milk is win streaking. His spot is pretty good.
Yeah, it just needs, I mean,
pretty good.
Zoe, too. I mean, he looks strong without it, but if he gets Zoe, too, he looks like...
I'm down checking on
way
Flightsy.
too
Maybe
strong.
we haven't gotten to see how he's doing. Flightsy refused to play ball in the trash talk and then didn't do very well in game 2, right? I can't remember what he said.
We kind of forced him to, unfortunately.
We really tried to force him.
There was some crap talk.
In game 2, he managed to get a 6 from a pretty bad spot.
Yeah, no, we played it well.
It was definitely a we take those kind of 6.
Oh, and listen, there's sometimes in TFT the best feeling is that we take those kind of 6th or 5th,
definitely.
right? Like that's good. What are we going with? Are we ratting? I think he might grab Zephyr.
I'm down to look away as well. That's a good call.
Oh, I mean, I like his board.
Oh, you know,
we're skipping Zed. Makes sense.
I don't know if he intentionally did this, but what are your guys' thoughts on this locket item in this set?
Okay,
it's really good early.
I think it's. I actually think it's low key not terrible late either in these types of situations.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, because in these types of situations, so that, look, there's a bunch of super tanking going on in the meta. There's a handful of like really good super tanks, right? Mech, Annie, etc. But when you don't have one of them, Locket is a great way of replacing that at this stage of the game. I don't know what it is. What is it that makes it feel? Because it used to be like amazing early and bad late, but now it feels okay in this spot.
There's so many carries. Sorry, anyway.
No, please.
There's so many carries in this set that are melee. Like Viego, Zed are 2 of the most prominent carries you've seen, and Locket has always been so good for melee carries, right? Because it just enables them to do their thing a little bit more. And I mean, that's what. And then the Neela as well, right? Because you almost always see it on a Neela, and she just heals everyone. It's so good.
I also think it's an item economy. Oh, you go ahead first.
Oh, I was just thinking that like as far as like, you know, how it used to fall off, it doesn't seem like it does anymore. A lot of the time, like Locket lets units get a second ult off. And second ults are like really big. The first ult is obviously huge. Second ults can swing a fight really hard when a unit might not have otherwise ulted again, like a Sejuani or an Echo or something like that.
And so you're going to make a very smart point about item economy.
I think the biggest thing, like for example, last set you're playing Guild Xayah, Protector's Vow Hecarim, best in slot, Rageblade Xayah, best in slot. This set, if you're playing something like a 6 duelist line, you got Chain Vest. You can't do anything with that. You got Rod, you can't do anything with that.
Yeah, I think it makes a ton of sense.
Chain Vest can be Shroud, I guess.
Chain Vest,
it can be. It's not.
Chain Vest is good.
Titan.
Both items feel like they've gone down in prio, right, relative to previous sets.
So yeah, the value just goes up, and in a set that is, you know, very inherently front to back, aside from Hacker, that makes sense for Locket to be good, and it's mobile as well. That's the best part.
Yeah, sometimes it's actually really like I'm like the idea of being able to put it on a unit that you completely move front and back line. Like actually another great way of screwing with Zed targeting is just backline 5 units with a Locket. And it's amazing how much value you can get out of it.
Absolutely.
I think the reintroduction of Makeshift has been really good for it.
I agree. Really good for
I
the
love
game.
Makeshift.
Yeah.
Maybe he's going for LeBlanc 3, which is not a thing we see very often.
Yeah, 1 life and does not hit, unfortunately.
Oh no.
It's not looking good for Bebe.
No, it's looking quite bad for Bebe.
Yeah.
This board is
the Annie's
not
looking
very
pretty fragile.
He is hacking the Alistar though. The tech.
Oh, the tech!
Does he have the, he doesn't have the augment though.
No, no augment, but that's okay.
What level of mix-up is this?
This is like level 2, I think.
By the way, Bebe always does this. Anyone ever has to position Bebe in a game, he always shows you where he's going to put his units.
I do not want to play Bryson Mafia. He just has a read on everyone.
I think you just if you just pay attention.
Oh, and
people
the
tendencies.
Alistar knocks off the game flank perfectly.
Okay.
This
Alistar
Alistar's buying a
attack.
ton of
Alistar
time.
a ton of time in the back line. The problem is just damage on this board, right? Like it's just the Soraka with the Thieves' Gloves and this LeBlanc 2 is just like really struggling to get through this front line.
Looks like he's going 7th here.
Yeah, we're going 7.
Yeah.
Unlock.
The really unfortunate part, it looks like he just wasn't able to find a third item for LeBlanc, and that is a big deal.
Yeah. Huge
I have
deal.
a
Also
question.
LeBlanc 3.
Yeah.
So if there's one player who everyone in North American TFT has to read on, their positioning habits, who is it? 'Cause I think there's an answer.
Oh.
There's a correct answer.
Oh, I think it's me.
Oh no, it's not you.
Because I don't move
I
my
was gonna
board
say
ever.
Robin.
It's Robin. It's
Yeah,
Robin
he just
for
switches
sure.
every time.
He switches every time.
Yeah, he just switches every time.
He switches every time. But you know what the thing about Robin is that every once in a while,
works.
he hits you with the haymaker, no mix-up,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Every once in a while, in big rounds when I'm casting, I will notice Robin doesn't swap, and his opponent does, and he's like, it's like he's in like, hey, listen, I'm willing to give you correct positioning against me 9 times out of 10, but when I hit you with the no mix-up,
When it matters,
when
yeah.
it matters, I'm always getting what I want. It's kind of brilliant.
Did you see Robin versus P-God in top 2 earlier today? Did any of you guys watch that?
I did
game?
not watch it. What happened? Did he swap? or-
Robin got a swap on P-God, but to be fair, I think that was my fault because I was griefing P-God and telling him to do something irrelevant.
Oh, no, I do remember. It's when he was rolling for Urgot or
I was
Aphelios,
telling him to
right? Yeah.
optimize the Nico, but he should have just spent that time
Yeah,
scouting.
we were saying he should
that's
have
my fault. That's my
positioned,
fault.
So it's funny you guys say that because like my read on Robin was always, oh, this guy just fake swaps every single time.
No, you know what the funny thing is? It actually depends, Robin. We're talking about you. You want to defend your honor over
Yeah.
here? Okay, Robin, here. So the question on the table is, who is the most predictable positioner in all of North American teamfight tactics?
You think it's
By
me?
the way, I did have a different answer. I'll
think
let
it's
you.
me
I'll let you do
out
your
of
piece
everyone?
Appies and I both got to the same answer, without sharing homework.
But you
There's
mix
so
it up
many-
when it matters.
There's
is the
so many
thing.
other players.
What
Okay.
I said about you is that you are predictable, but you are really good at mixing it
Yes.
up when it super matters. Like in really high impact fights, I constantly am like, oh, he mixed it up and he totally threw the ball.
No, but if I'm super predictable in high elo lobbies, doesn't that mean I'm the most unpredictable?
Yes, exactly, exactly.
Exactly.
For sure. You want to know what
Wait,
I was
what was
going to
your
say?
answer? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, maybe this is like a little bit of like a cheat, but on stream Kurumx, that guy actually
he
always
swaps.
just swaps sides. Like you say Robin swaps sides, that guy only just always
Okay, wait,
swaps
Robin,
sides.
what's your answer? Who do you think is the most predictable? And Ace, I'm going to come to you. So start thinking.
I don't know because I don't scout.
Oh, the true Giga
It's-
Savage.
I don't know anyone's patterns.
Really?
Calling us
How do you
sweats
not
over
know
here.
from playing this over and over
I only
again?
know from watching streams. So I know Kurumx swap sides,
Yeah.
and I know Soju is random. He does like back and then random.
So you're
It's
saying
not
he
random,
actually
but yeah.
positions?
Oh, really?
Is what you're saying?
and and Asa is actually has faster APM than I thought.
He is. Ace has pretty good boomer APM.
Yeah. You guys should have seen my APM today though. I rewatched my game that I got first in, but then no one said anything because it was on Pressman's POV.
Yeah,
But on my POV, I literally swapped so fast. Even Kiyun was impressed.
Wow.
Wait,
that's
were you using your own mouse?
No. I used their
Oh,
mouse.
very
Wow.
impressive.
No, it was actually I got really lucky. I feel like.
You might have to
Wait, how do you get
purchase.
lucky on
No, because like I didn't miss the clicking.
No, because playing on not your mouse is very hard. It's very hard.
Like I think I high rolled the axes. You know what I mean? The
Axes?
mouse
Oh,
axes.
by the way, Milk went out in 6, so Milk and Bebe struggled to end this.
Holding hands, 6-7.
Yeah, not good.
Oh, this is
okay,
very-
wait,
this is very
Asa,
good
who's
for
the
us.
most predictable positioner in Albany?
Oh, I mean, I already said I think it's me because I never move my board.
No, we don't accept you as an answer.
I
We
just
need
never-
you to-
I
we need
never
you to
move my
blame
board.
someone
Blame
else.
someone,
You have to
yeah,
blame
yeah,
someone
Oh,
else.
okay. The second most predictable.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta think about it because I already had my
Okay.
answer,
Who's
but
the most
I'll think about it.
unpredictable?
The most unpredictable? Oh, I actually think it's Milk.
Milk.
I can see that. Yeah.
Because Milk is thinking about a couple layers of it, and so Milk is not just unpredictable in how he swaps. He is frequently unpredictable in what he swaps because he is really interesting in deciding what he thinks the win con for the fight is. So he will oftentimes like not move backline and then focus on like getting his front line correct, and then he actually will throw you off because oftentimes you think his final swap is going to be his backline, so you will miss on both sides and he'll just get the exact fight he wants.
I think I'm surprised actually that you think it's Milk Bryce. I think that Goobums is.
Oh, I was gonna say
Really good.
Goobums.
That's a good answer. That's a good
He's
answer
just
too.
strong at positioning in general, so
His
you know, he
positioning is so
understands.
weird.
Yeah, no, he understands like where units need to be to get like maximum value.
Exactly what I just said about Milk, you could say about Kurumx as well.
Yeah.
Where he's
I
just
think
thinking about
Sox
layers of
also.
fight. Sox,
Yeah.
well, so Sox's positioning is, I don't think it's predictability that is the thing that makes Sox so special at positioning. I think it's just a level of attention and detail and thoughtfulness that is essentially unrivaled. Like Sox is, if you could study a Sox game of positioning and learn so much, and then oftentimes you won't even know exactly why he did what he did. He has to like explain it to you, basically,
definitely.
right? In order for, it's like, oh, this is brilliant, but I definitely did not understand it from just looking at it.
I play a lot of games with Sox in the call, and even as early as stage 2-1, he'll have a unit in a strange spot, and be like, oh, why'd you put that there? And he'll be like, oh, this one guy has this one unit over here. And
Oh
it's
my
like,
god,
oh my,
Asa,
okay.
you should have seen the positioning I did on Nico in stage 2
Oh
earlier.
please, man, I was AFK.
Look at this double Janna. Oh wait.
He was so mad.
I was positioning for other people.
It was only time, the only time
Oh, I
the
don't know.
all the lobbies at Nico was silent. This dude was yapping all day yesterday, all day today, and this one he
Wait,
was like,
no, I said that. You guys couldn't hear me.
He
You know I was
changed his
talking
story
a lot.
twice. He said he was AFK first, and then
Oh yeah, I mean AFK.
and then he said
brain.
he was positioning for someone else.
This guy is hired as a lawyer.
He
ESG
changed his
law,
story twice.
lawyer.
Also, I just want to point out, Souless has trapped his Viego to kill this Belveth. I don't know if it was to kill this Belveth.
But he
And
did
it also
trap his
didn't work.
Viego and it thought about killing the Belveth.
Well, Viego always targets the same unit no matter where it's positioned.
Also,
so.
Dallas and Setsuko, 2-3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I mean, big comeback from Dallas as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
He's having a
Dallas,
little rough
yeah,
day.
he struggled a little bit, so it's great to see him pop off in the final day for sure, in the final game for sure. DQ out, Setsuko out, so Dallas holding down the fort. Top
Souless is playing Viego again.
This guy's a Viego one trick.
Did you see his spot last game, Robin?
A
Look
triple
at Borgazzer too.
Mordekaiser.
Oh.
I mean, you got
His spot last game. I didn't watch the games.
He had two Viegos on 6 with double trouble.
Double trouble. Yeah, I heard.
What was that, Bryce?
Is six Renegade so broken that you just play all of these bad
I
units
think
in the game?
it's actually like kind of a contentious point among players. I know a lot of players that will say just play 4 Renegade and better units. I know a lot of players that will say 6 Renegade is turbo broken, played every time. I think it's pretty reasonable in his setup. He has
He's a
Windy.
+1.
Yeah, he has +1. He has Windy Weather. He has double Chalice. This Viego can absolutely solo
Yeah, you
carry.
just one-shot the whole board. Like that's how he wins fights, right?
It's particularly important for reset units to have as much damage as possible.
His items are so good for it too, because the double chalice.
Just reset onto
Shadow
Belveth and
Blade.
one-shot it.
Yeah, he literally just one-shot from 100 HP. We often say
Oh my
one-shot
God.
in TFT when it's not actually one-shot, but that was legit one-shot. This Souless guy.
Souless did really well this today, or?
Oh, no, did he beat my points? How did he do?
I might also add he had the
man.
+1 Renegade. So.
He did. Yeah, it helps a lot.
I think he went 8-1-1, right?
Oh, okay. It's
Oh,
fine.
so
We're
18.
How many more games are there? One more?
That's it. No, we're done.
That's it. Oh, nice.
That's it. We're going back to Cam. Robin, what do you think was different about today relative to yesterday?
Nothing.
Nothing. Did anyone think anything was different today?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Just Open I had the
Robin's
same
looking
exact
at me.
scores. Not the placements,
No,
maybe,
I don't mean
but-
I don't mean the scores. I just mean like,
Oh,
was
like
did the
meta-wise?
meta evolve at all?
Oh.
Like,
And more Belveth today, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, more Belveth.
Yeah,
I think more guard
Oh,
breakers.
I really
Yeah.
liked your Belveth game, by the way. I thought that was one of the best games today when you transitioned
you.
into the Belveth vertical brawlers and then you got onto mech eventually. I thought that was a really good second.
I appreciate that.
Wait, what about
Yeah.
my Ash 3 game?
Oh yeah, there's so much skill expressed. The way that you press that D key,
Look at
Robin.
that D key,
I
Bryce.
thought to myself, my God, that's a good-looking man pressing the D key.
Yeah, my Ash 3 game was crazy.
The omelet was more impressive. The omelet was your peak of the day, Robin. And this guy, by the way, if you're wondering, the golden spatula has not left this man's hand all day. In the bathroom, he's got it. In the food line, he's got it. Listen, you earn that thing, so.
You gotta flaunt it, yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
I earned it for sure.
I
Yeah.
love it. Are you guys going to get dinner?
Yeah.
Okay. See you guys after. Peace, peace.
Can you make me omelet for dinner?
Oh, I don't know what you want.
I prepped more for omelet than regionals.
I actually prepped for omelets as well. I didn't do it, but I did because I didn't know what it was gonna be. When I first heard about Summit, I thought it was gonna be part of the competition.
Oh.
So
Oh.
but I mean, I figured I might as well make some omelets anyway. Like, might as well, right?
Did
Like,
anybody
there's no
go
harm in
for
doing
I'm sure your
that.
wife liked it. Like,
Yeah, I made my wife some omelets.
Did anybody go for the French omelet tech?
no.
What's the French
No.
omelet tech?
No.
Oh,
We were
it's
all
like
very
it's
lo-fi.
more like a runny kind of omelet. Like there's like.
Oh, wait,
egg-
actually, no, in
went
that
for
case,
that.
actually, Phil and Milk both
Yeah.
went for the
Oh,
French omelet.
everyone.
I'm
Yeah,
not not talking about raw. I'm talking about some egg curds,
I think,
some runniness.
I think everyone unintentionally went
Phil
for that.
described his omelet as medium rare.
You know what the problem was?
Which is like...
That was good. That was good.
You know what the issue was that it took so long for the heaters to burn up that it was super hard to actually. I had to like pour out half my my egg at the end because I was trying to like saute some veggies at first. Yeah. Came out horribly. The egg was awesome, but
this is the thinking man's omelet. Everyone else, the other Phil and Milk just served raw egg.
You know, I asked for a cup of water and prep so I could just pour the water. You know, you mix it up, you put the can, you just. Yeah.
We saw you using the plate on top
technique.
Yeah,
that's the tech. That's the tech.
Right? You guys don't know, but Bryce was like hardcore analyzing the omelet.
It was super fun. I was having a good time. Sometimes I can't turn off.
I make a mean
thing.
omelet. Yeah,
you did great. Although you went with like the show omelet. You didn't do a traditional omelet. You threw the stuff on the top.
Well, I was 10 seconds and I had a plate of stuff and just put it on top of the omelet.
I love it.
I wanted to,
Pause. We have an intermission.
No breaking news.
No breaking news?
No. Everything's good.
Zane's just here to hang out.
It's all good.
Hey, Zane, glad to have you here not for breaking news.
Thanks. Yeah, I am glad to be here not for breaking news, too.
For everyone, this is Zane. He's been on a few times, mostly breaking news. You saw him at the top of the show, but if there is one human being that is responsible for the amazing time that we are all having, it is this man. So let's get some pause. Let's get some peepo claps for Zane in the chat. He has worked a crazy amount of hours. This man is messaging me at all hours of the night, weekends. He's getting the job done, and the reason why this event is so incredible, it's thanks to a lot of people. I'm not going to be able to thank all of them, but this man is sitting right next to me, and I will thank the hell out of him. Thank you,
He also drew the Leona.
He did draw the Leona.
Wait, no leakers.
No, wait a second.
No leakers.
Oh, no.
Well,
Drew the Leona.
Asa did draw a Leona.
Yeah, you did draw the
Maybe.
Leona.
Questionable.
What do you mean?
I like watched over Prestivan's shoulder and coached him while he drew the Leona. That's what we did. You didn't see me there on broadcast, but it's because I was like taped to the whiteboard. Anyways, I came literally just to ask if any of you want to play Mafia because that's our next segment that's going to end the day. We have Ken Chen, BTS legend, for any of you who have watched summits before.
Current Twitter/internet superstar.
Yeah.
They're coming for our boy Ken, but we won't let him. He's too cool.
Unsavory individual Ken Chen.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to come and ask because we're going to play Mafia right after this.
I'm down.
Down.
Yeah, I'll play.
Down.
I think I have a prior commitment, but maybe next time.
All good. We're going to play again tomorrow.
It's TFT.
Also, we might run a second game too. Was your prior commitment playing TFT with your partner?
It's just dinner.
It's not. No. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because your partner is playing.
Thanks for the invite, by the way.
Anyways, thank you for the kind words, Bryce. That means a lot. I do want to say, just since I'm on camera right now, that like I had a genuinely very emotional moment earlier today when I was just like had a time to myself because I have been working so hard. We all have, everyone at the studio has, everyone at BTS has, and like. It's just really like I see everyone having fun. Kurum was so like just talking to Kurum too and seeing how sad he was to not be here. It like made me realize that like we did a pretty good job. I feel pretty good about it.
We created something special. It's a team effort, but what you get whoever gets the most credit is this guy. So you, I'm glad that it's working out so well, and hopefully you can just relax and enjoy it as we go along.
Thank you. It did take an hour to draw that Leona. I mean, Coach Prestivan to draw that Leona. But yeah, we're gonna go to Mafia after this. I don't know.
First, we got some stats.
You guys, I was about to say, you guys have in ear. So 1, 2, 3 for Mafia. I'll ask the people who finished. I'll see you guys again.
Bye, Zane.
But yeah, hope you're enjoying the event.
Oh, we are.
Hell yeah.
Okay, we got some stats, and I'm really excited for the part where we get to show the player standings from today.
Oh, we can skip that.
No. We can pause on that indefinitely. But first, we're gonna have the scores from this group. Souless. You said he went 8-1-1. He went 7-1.
I was mistaken.
Okay. How dare you?
Besmirching his good name.
This was a fairly evenly distributed point group. 18 points on the top and a bunch of people up there.
Yeah.
Dallas winds up at the bottom. Actually tied with Bebe. Bebe started really strong, but struggled a little bit at the end. Not sure exactly what happened there. Sox also on the lower end.
I would like to point out Souless' team won all 3 games.
Yeah.
Kermit Souless, 33 at the top.
Look at that.
Very close on the low end, 26, 25, 24.
Yeah, this is an unusual point distribution, actually. I feel like we've had a lot of kind of top-end clustering. This is one of the first ones where it's been like all 3 teams basically like tied for second, essentially, and then one team far and away the front runner. Flightsy plugging in, doing his thing.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
I think dish soap is number 1.
Oh, wait a second.
Oh, it's overall. Okay.
Wait a second.
Dish soap's definitely above.
I'm still better than Bryce. All right.
Wait, this is not right, actually.
Yeah. Some of them are not updated.
I scored more points than that today.
Oh. Okay.
No,
I did.
Every time he gets the chance, he just like, hey, you guys see how many points I got?
You gotta understand.
You know, guys, I gotta go.
It's one time just, you know, I gotta do it. I gotta just lean
flex
in.
it. Yeah,
I gotta flex on you guys. You're all amazing at this game. You all do it full time, and the chance to just come and just, even if it was a high roll situation, the fact that I got to smoke a Nico one-on-one in that lobby was just a very fun feeling.
A dunk is a dunk.
A dunk is a dunk.
Wait a minute, we're tied for points.
Yeah, but today, right? Yesterday, we forgot. I already forgot about yesterday. I already got drunk and forgot, but today was pretty great. Dish Soap topping, Souless up there as well. Ray popping off, unsurprisingly. He's an amazing early set player. Appies is back in action, baby. This is the coming out party for Appies in set 8. The set is super well designed for our guy. He's gonna crush it. Milk doing well, unsurprising. Setsuko, P-God. Me a little surprising. I like that we gave me the tiebreak over Nico,
It's
Rain,
alphabetical.
and Robin.
I can't believe I'm Bryce Blumlow.
Yo, alphabetical or what? I'm on that the top 8. The tiebreaker for this was alphabet, apparently, and that makes that make the final lobby. So take that and Nico. On the other side of things, Becca and Hafu struggling a little bit. Voidson, Dallas also struggling. Frodian struggling too, but you know what? Here's the thing. He's just low rolling. He's actually like giga cracked. I promise Dan is one of the best 8 players in this event.
Yeah. Every time I ask him about anything, he knows something about it. Yeah,
everything.
It's wild.
What's that? What does that say, Bryce?
You were the pre-tournament favorite. Everyone knows that you're giga sweats and that you're going to do really well. You're supposed to be up there.
And credit where credit's due. Rain and Appy's definitely been showing up as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The separation starting, and now Kurum, or I guess Souless and Flightsy for the time being, holding that 3rd spot. Remember that because of the format, you really want to be in the top 3 or avoid the last place. That's really everything 4th through 11th is the exact same, right? It matters for seeding, but that's it. So Becca and Hoff have a little bit of work to do tomorrow to get out of that last place spot, and there's going to be potentially some movement. It's pretty close up there at the top. A lot of teams theoretically competitive for that final.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm excited to see them fight for it. They had a couple of warm-up days, as Becca puts it, so all good.
Yeah, super fun. Any final thoughts before we send it on to break and head into Mafia?
I mean, I hope everybody's been loving this event as much as I have, both everybody here and the people watching at home. Big thanks to the BTS crew, just like, Bryce said, a lot of names. Just want to say, really appreciate it.
BTS and Riot, we've been giving giving BTS their due. The Riot support for this event has been amazing. Mort Dog has been killing himself being on the couch constantly, holding down the fort, doing a great job, judging all the side events. Kent is here. A bunch of the other developers are here as well, participating in a bunch of different events. Apologies, I'm not going to be able to get everyone's names. I think Alex and Christina are the other 2 that have been here the most. Apologies if I missed someone in the Riot. And then Chad, who is the back end. He was on the top half of the broadcast, but he's really kind of the logistical back end for Riot to put this whole event together. And he really let us run with it. He supported this event in every way you could possibly imagine from Riot's end and really kind of put all the resources of Riot behind it, but also said, listen, make this special. Do what the community's going to love, and I think that we've delivered on that so far, at least. So big shout-outs to everyone, Riot and BTS side, for making this event truly special.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And with that, let's head to a break. We'll be back in the relatively near future with some Mafia. It should be a lot of fun. See you guys soon.